This review was made possible by contributions from viewers like you.
Hello everyone, and welcome once again to Bobsheaux Live. We are doing the, the Quarantastic Storytime with Bobsheaux, so... And as you can see, we've got my lovely Raven appearing on camera for the first time here.
Oh, that was probably my cue to stop being muted, huh?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
But...
I'm nervous.
Yes, this is her first time appearing here on one of these streams actually on camera,
I'm audio only.
No, you're not audio only. Bring that down. You're doing great, baby. I know, I'm so nervous.
I wasn't even on the right window.
It's alright. As we said earlier, we are going to be very, very chaotic tonight because we're not entirely sure how we are going to be pulling this off. We are going to be continuing...
A pen!
She found her pen! We have pen! We're going to continue reading from The Wizard of Oz, of course, because we're all just having too much fun with this. We have at least one story to complete in Grimm's Fairy Tales. You may recall that last time the stream was running a little bit long and we didn't have a chance to finish the last story that we were doing. And we are seeing the glorious return of Mad Lib Theatre that was introduced during our GoFundMe thing. So, you know, lots of fun there. And, oh dear, do we have some interesting choices for this. But, sadly, you will not get to have any kind of hints as to what these stories are going to be about until after you've already given your lists.
Right.
Do you want to tell us how that's gonna go down, baby?
I wish I could.
You wish you could.
I think...
We're still working out the kinks here again, so...
Oh, I have to turn on my pretty lights. My other pretty lights. My fairy lights.
Fairy lights. Ah, that's pretty.
Okay, how we think that the Mad Lib Theatre thing is going to work, there's a couple of them that Bobsheaux and I are going to do together, but mostly I'm going to do Mad Lib Theatre and he's going to do Storytime with Bobsheaux, whatever he does, you know he does. And
whatever I do.
I am going to, if you sponsor a post for the Mad Lib Theatre, you're going to be, your post will count for the entire list. You get to offer a list.
As opposed to just a random word here and there.
Right. I'm worried that there's going to be a character limit that we might hit on the sponsored post, or it might be hard for you to get the whole list to me. So, if that is the case, email them to Bobsheaux.
and then I will send them to Raven via Skype, and that's how we'll do that.
Right. That's what we'll do. Because it's very hard to keep up with in chat, especially if there's going to be a lot of people. We got 26 right now, 27, and we just got here, so.
Very good.
But anyway, if you sponsor a post, then that Mad Lib that we're working on, the whole thing.
Yes.
You get to make your words count for the whole list. I'm going to choose at least one round from the chat as well.
Just to make sure that it's all fair.
Yeah, everybody's going to get a chance. And we don't know how many times I'm going to be reading these things. I have one that has how many words in it?
60.
60. That one I'm only going to do probably twice at most.
Twice at most. You are such a trooper. It would be totally understandable if it was only the one time, and you all at home are going to know exactly what I mean when we finally cross that bridge. But twice? Really? Raven loves us. Let's all give her big kiss.
Another thing, you may notice that I am wearing reading glasses over my mask.
Yes.
I made a terrible mask out of a a throwaway pair of reading glasses and a mask that I wasn't really happy with. And I don't like the way it turned out. It looked
I'm
really
sorry,
ugly.
baby.
But I found a video for how to actually make a mask on your glasses.
And we are going to be taking full advantage of that.
Yes, so I am going to have some stream-specific masks because when I'm doing a lot of reading and writing, I really can't. Hang on. I really can't do a whole lot of seeing without glasses, or I'll end up with a huge headache by the end of the day. By the end of the stream. Okay. Anyway.
So yes, good to see everybody
video.
here.
I just posted the video in chat, and if you want to make a mask with the reading glasses, just go to Dollar Tree or your dollar store, get a cheap pair of 2.0 strength reading glasses, make me the mask, send it to Bobsheaux, and I will wear it on the stream.
You got my P.O.
Thank
box.
you for it. Yeah, he'll give you the P.O. box anyway.
Yes.
But we're not going to worry about that right now.
We are not. Right now we gotta say hi to our fans. Hello, Gracie Starks. Hello, Foxy R, Asterfar, Home Cruise, Disney fan, Colin Warmbrook. Always good to see you. Did I say Home Cruise? I think I did. Ninth Planet. Hello. Inacio's second channel, as opposed to the first channel, which just kind of came and went. Hello, goodbye. Yes, hello everybody. We got some really good voices here. We've got... I suppose this was inevitable. Home Cruise suggests because of that tweet that I did. Yay, chaos! Charlie the Unicorn. I'm sorry, everybody.
Shun the non-believers.
Shun!
My kids introduced me to that. I don't know why I think it's funny. It's really not.
And hello, King Gabe. Nice to see you.
King Gabe! Okay, I have not been keeping up with chat. Any voice suggestions that you have made up to this point, I have not seen.
Yeah, sorry guys. We're all gonna have to take it from the top.
Throw some voice suggestions for Bobsheaux.
Yes.
Welcome.
Because the only voice that Raven can do is herself and Mama Cat.
Is that how we're starting out the stream?
Oh, hush up.
You hush up.
Don't tell me you don't love it.
I'm going to be writing now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we've already got a recommendation for Beavis and Butthead. Ah!
Hey!
Oh my god! Brent in the middle of the Birdemic. Oh god.
I've got to settle down. I can't focus.
Oh, so many good ones.
There are 38 people here.
And they're just throwing so many names at us left and right. What do we do? Tiny Tim. Stoutfire, Gomez Adams, Bobby Hill. That boy ain't right. Whoa. I'm getting ahead of myself here. We must allow Raven some time to write.
This is a very boring stream.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. What? Sorry?
I'm talking to myself. You don't make fun of my process.
I'm not making fun of your process. I'm just looking at you, thinking how pretty you are. Take that.
No.
Oh, my lady doesn't like it when I kiss her. And that's when you're the most fun.
And I'm nervous?
Among other emotions, yes.
I have a feeling that a lot will disagree with you.
Let's see, which is more fun? Nervous, mortified, or turned on? Both, all three of them are really good.
Keep it family friendly.
Yes, of course. It was you who told me to put the little discretion warning for the Mad Lib Theatre content. Not that it's
Yes,
unwarranted.
be warned. Oh my goodness, who did that? I didn't see the sponsor post. So many voices.
I will skim back, see what we missed. King Gabe donated $14. Colin, $2. Ooh.
Okay, well that's great, but you're not telling me what voices.
Gabe says Maleficent.
Hang on, just no, go on. Just
Sorry.
I'll find it. Chaos.
Introduce a little live stream, and the world becomes chaos. I'm an agent of chaos. And the thing about chaos, it's fair. And there's my Heath Ledger moment. Not that I can't do that again. I'm finding hairs all over the place, but that's what you get when you are gorgeous like me. Dust.
Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. There's no way I can catch all these.
You'll have to pardon my laughing, but
We
once
have 43 people in the stream.
44. And once again, YouTube has had to censor the suggestion of William Shatner's Puss in Boots.
Just saying, Shatner's or Shat may get held up. I don't know. But Cat in Boots.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. The black hat. Interesting. Hot damn, you're hot with that hair. Oh, wait, thank you, Grace.
Are you interested in mixing voices?
I could give it a whirl.
Okay.
There was the suggestion of not only Brent, but Brent in the middle of the Birdemic.
No, but like mix Gilbert Godfrey with Herbert the Pervert.
Oh wow!
Should I write these down?
Write it down, and let's see what happens. And of course, it's perfect because we have to be reading from Grimm's fairy tales and The Wizard of Oz. Where we're just busting out all this stuff.
No.
We're off to see the wizard. Have I said that I love you guys? Because I love you guys.
How do you use a bot for the voice submissions? I didn't know
sorry?
that was a possibility. If it's something you can...
Use a bot?
Somebody suggested. The Pretzel 2 says, why not use a bot for the voice submissions?
I don't know. That's why not.
Email Bobsheaux. Let's talk about that. How do you do that?
I just saw the rapping dog.
Okay. Well, that's not showing up. My colored pencil idea is going badly.
Uh-oh. What's not showing up?
The pencil in this dim light. Nope. Colored pencils aren't going.
Yeah. Sorry, baby. I'm sorry, Master Far. Do I plan on reviewing what upcoming Alpha and Omega movie?
Upcoming? There's no upcoming Alpha and Omega movies.
No. They're done. We're past that. I mean, Okay, there was the Hawaiian vacation thing, which turned out to be a... I was about to say elaborate hoax, but that's the best punchline ever. It wasn't elaborate. It was just a quick little title card that someone made it in Photoshop in like 5 minutes, and it looked perfect. That is how little care is going into these titles of these Alpha and Omega sequels. You could just crap something out and it looks real.
Okay, there. You said there was. There you go.
Hello, El Perro Spike.
Looking for these sponsored posts.
Yeah, just
I
kidding.
think it was
There
just
won't be
2,
another.
right?
That's not funny. Sorry, what?
I think there were just 2 sponsored posts so far, right?
Yes, one from Colin and one from King Gabe.
Okay. All right. So we're going to get started now.
Excellent.
We have plenty to start with.
Yes, we do. And again, sorry for the late start here, but a couple last-minute technical issues coming up here. So, we are continuing on in Chapter 16 in The Wizard of Oz. Starting with what voice?
Maleficent.
Maleficent.
This will be Gabe's sponsored post.
Yes. Whoa. And I got a big old hole in my chest. Whoa, you see that?
No, because of the lag. Ooh.
No, yours. Do you not see it on the Skype window?
I'm not looking at the Skype window.
Oh.
I'm looking at the chat, which is right next to the YouTube window. Don't confuse me. Having a hard time here. Doing my best.
I know. We'll get it, baby. You're doing good.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
It's too much to juggle.
We'll
I'm
get it.
failing.
You are not failing. You're getting it. Anyway, Maleficent. Next morning, the Scarecrow said to his friends, "Congratulate me. I am going to Oz to get my brains at last. When I return, I shall be as other men are." "I have always liked you as you were," said Dorothy, simply. "It's kind of you to like a Scarecrow," he replied. "But surely you will think more of me when you hear the splendid thoughts my new brain is going to turn out." Then he said goodbye to them, all in a cheerful voice, and went to the throne room, where he rapped upon the door. Nevermore. Next.
Prince Ben.
Come in, said Oz. Scarecrow went in and found the little man sitting down by the window, engaged in deep thought. "I have come for my brains," remarked the Scarecrow, a little uneasily. "Oh yes, sit down in that chair, please," replied Oz. "You must excuse me for taking off your head, but I shall have to do it in order to put in your new brains in their proper place. Peanut butter and jelly is my favorite!" Next.
Mal.
Gabe, I hate you. "That's all right," said the Scarecrow. "You're quite welcome to take my head off, as long as it'll be better when you put it back on again." So the wizard unfastened his head and emptied out the straw. Then he entered the back room and took up a measuring, a measure of bran, which he mixed with a great many pins and needles. Having shaken them together thoroughly, he filled the top of the Scarecrow's head with the mixture and stuffed the rest of the space with straw to hold it in place and junk. And when he had fastened the Scarecrow's head on his body, he again said to him, "Hereafter you'll be a great man, for I have given you a lot of brand new brains." Waka waka. I'm writing to a card. I just wanted too good! Ugh.
Ready for the next one on Gabe's sponsored post?
I don't know. I'm terrified now.
Uma.
Ugh.
What's my name?
So much wasted potential there. Ugh. The Scarecrow was both pleased and proud of the fulfillment of his greatest wish, and having thanked Oz warmly, he went back to his friends. Dorothy looked at him curiously. His head was quite bulging out of the top of the brains. "How do you feel?" she asked. "I feel wise indeed," he answered. When I used to get my brains, I shall know everything."
Keaton, thank you for your sponsored post, but just to remind you guys, I'm not doing voices. I'm not reading from this, and I'm not doing any voices. Also, neither of us know anything about Gravity Falls, so
sorry, no.
we're definitely not going to be able to do those voices. I'm not going to be able to do any voice, but he probably won't be able to do Gravity Falls. So please choose another voice for your sponsor post. You don't have to sponsor again. But.
No. Next.
G1 Soundwave.
"Why are those needles and pins sticking out of your head?" asked the Tin Woodman. "That is proof that he is sharp," remarked the Lion. "Well, I must go to Oz and get my heart," said the Woodman. So he walked to the throne room and knocked at the door.
Yeah, Soundwave needs a heart. There you go. Next.
G1 Starscream.
"Come in," called Oz, and the Woodman entered and said, "I've come for my heart." "Very well," answered the little man, "but I shall have to cut a hole in your breast so I can put your heart in the right place. I hope it won't hurt you." Next.
Dr. Facilier.
Yeah, Starscream as a unnecessary surgeon. Wonderful. Let's see. I don't know. "Oh no," answered the Woodman. "I shall not feel it at all." So Oz brought a pair of tinner's shears and cut a small square hole in the left side of the Tin Woodman's breast. Then going to a chest of drawers, he took out a pretty heart, made entirely of silk, and stuffed it with sawdust. "Isn't it a beauty?" he asked. "Yes, indeed," replied the Woodman, who was greatly pleased. But is it a kind heart?" "Oh, very," answered Oz. He put the heart in the Woodman's breast and then replaced the square of tin, soldering it neatly together where it had been cut. Next.
Shere Khan.
"There," said he. "Now you have a heart that any man might be proud of. I'm sorry I had to put a patch on your breast, but it really couldn't be helped." "Oh, never mind the patch," exclaimed the happy Woodman. "I'm very grateful to you, and shall never forget your kindness." "Don't speak of it," replied Oz. Then the Tin Woodman went back to his friends, who wished him every joy on account of his good fortune. Next.
The original Grinch.
The Lion now walked to the throne room and knocked at the door. "Come in," said Oz. "I have come for my courage," announced the Lion, entering the room. "Very well," answered the little man. "I'll get it for you." He went to a cupboard and reached up to a high shelf and took down a square green bottle, its contents of which he poured into a green gold dish, beautifully carved. Placing it before the Cowardly Lion, who sniffed at it as if he did not like it, the wizard said, "Drink." "What is it?" asked the Lion. Next.
That's the end of Gabe's sponsored post. So we
Thank
have
you, Gabe.
Colin's sponsored post. And we're kicking Colin out of the chat.
Oh dear. Why are we kicking Colin out of the chat?
Pee-wee, but with ice cream bunny laughs.
Oh, wow. Okay. "Well," answered Oz, "if it were inside you, it would be courage! You know, of course, that courage is always inside one, so that it really cannot be called courage
Hi.
until you have swallowed it!"
I'm cringing so hard it's moving my mask.
Oh, I love you.
I don't think you do.
Yes, I do. But I have to love my fans, too. You understand?
Oh, so it's them. They don't love me. That's the thing.
Yes, exactly.
You
They
love me,
don't
but
love
you're
you.
just a sellout.
Yes. Yes, I am.
I understand.
Let's see, Therefore, I advise you to drink it as soon as possible! Ah!
I didn't think...
What?
I didn't think Pee-wee could be made more horrible. Colin has gone above and beyond. Ice cream bunny? Why? Why, Colin?
Because. That's all we got. Just because. And I need to do something special for my lady now, don't I?
Oh,
Little palate cleanser.
yes. There's actually one that was requested that I'd like to hear.
What's that?
Sweetie Todd. Haven't gotten a request for him in a while.
You're welcome. The lion hesitated no longer, but drank till the dish was empty. How do you feel now? Asked Oz. Full of courage, replied the lion, who went joyfully back to his friends to tell them of his good fortune. Oz, left to himself, smiled to think of his success in giving the Scarecrow and the Tin Woodman and the lion exactly what they thought they wanted. How can I help being a humbug, he said, when all these people make me do things that everybody knows can't be done? It was easy to make the Scarecrow and the lion and the Woodman happy, because they imagined I could do anything. But it'll take more than imagination to carry Dorothy back to Kansas, and I'm sure I don't know how it can be done.
That's better.
You're welcome.
There needs to be more Sweeney Todd in this world. Okay,
At
now
last, my arm is complete again.
Keaton would like, for his sponsored post, Skektek.
Lovely. As we continue on to Chapter 17, How the Balloon Was Launched. For 3 days, Dorothy heard nothing from Oz. These were sad days for the little girl, although her friends were all quite happy and contented. The Scarecrow told them there were wonderful thoughts in his head, but he would not say what they were because he knew no one could understand them but himself. When the Tin Woodman walked about, he felt his heart rattling around in his breast, and he told Dorothy he had discovered it to be a kinder and more tender heart than the one he had owned when he was made of flesh. The lion declared he was afraid of nothing on earth, and would gladly face an army of men or a dozen of the fiercest colliders or Gotham. Next.
Moto, the sexy hippo.
Pass.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry, I don't know Moto.
I don't know who Moto is either. Okay, next sponsored post from Pretzel.
Hello, Pretzel.
He would like to hear, he or she, they, the Pretzel, would like to hear, singing Bobsheaux.
Oh boy. Thus each of the little party was satisfied, except Dorothy, who longed more than ever to get back to Kansas. Yeah! On the 4th day, to her great joy, Oz sent for her, and when she entered the room, he said pleasantly, "Sit down, my dear, I think I found the way for you to get out of this country. Woo!" She likes it when I sing, too.
I do, but usually songs. Now, also, there's 2 more voices on the sponsored post. Vincent Price, please.
And back to Kansas, she asked eagerly. Well, I'm not sure about Kansas, said Oz, for I haven't the faintest notion which way it lies. But the first thing to do is to cross the desert, and then it should be easy to find your way home. How can I cross the desert? She inquired. Well, I'll tell you what I think, said the little man. You see, when I came to this country, it was in a balloon. You also came through the air, being carried by a cyclone. So I believe the best way to get across the desert will be through the air. Now, it's quite beyond my powers to make a cyclone, but I've been thinking the matter over, and I believe I could make a balloon.
And for the last part of that sponsored post, Christopher Walken.
Always a classic. How? Asked Dorothy. A balloon, said Oz, is made of silk, which is coated with glue to keep the gas in it. I have plenty of silk in the palace, so it will be no trouble for us to make the balloon wow. But in all this country, there is no gas to fill the balloon with to make it float. Next.
Another sponsored post from 9 the Middle Man 9, Cosmo Kramer.
Pass.
Alright, yes, make another suggestion, please.
Yes.
Middleman. Okay, so we go to non-sponsored posts, and the first one we have is Voldemort.
Pass.
Brent in the middle of the Birdemic.
Sorry. I originally passed on Voldemort, because I've only seen each Harry Potter film once, not too familiar with the voice. But you know what? I can at least do Voldemort from How It Should Have Ended, so I'll do him.
Okay, and then we want Brent during the Birdemic.
Yes, of course we do.
If it won't float, remarked Dorothy, it will be of no use to us. True, answered Oz, but there is another way to make it float, which is to fill it with hot air. Hot air isn't as good as gas, for if the air should get cold, the balloon would come down into the desert, and we should be Khan! What? Why do you always do that? I was really building up to something there.
And moving on to Brent from the Birdemic.
Whee! Exclaimed the little girl. Are you going with me? Yes, of course, replied Oz. I'm tired of being such a humbug. If I should go out of this palace, my people would soon discover I'm not a wizard, and then they should be vexed with me for having deceived them. So I have to stay shut up in these rooms all day, and it gets tiresome. I'd much rather go back to Kansas with you and be in a circus again. Birds! The
That was awful.
The Eagles killed Becky!
Next.
Resubmit for 9 the Middleman 9
Yes.
was like skids and mud flap.
Hate all of you.
Go ahead, do your best racist bastard impression.
I got plenty. It's not just limited to Michael Bay's crap. I should be glad to have your company, said Dorothy. Thank you, he answered. Now, if you would help me sew the silk together, we'll begin to work on our balloon. So Dorothy took a needle and thread, and as fast as Oz cut the strips of silk into the proper shape, the girls sewed them neatly together. First, there was a strip of light green silk, then a strip of dark green, and then a strip of emerald green. For Oz had a fancy to make the balloon in different shades of the color about them. It took 3 days to sew all the strips together, but then it was finished. They had a big bag of green silk more than 20 feet long. Bitch. Next.
Next is...
Oh wait, sorry. I thought of a really stupid and lazy shortcut to get through that voice. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't read with those voices because we don't do much reading. Smack. Your computers. You can read your own damn language. Next.
Frollo.
Frodo. That's whiplash for you. Then Oz painted it on the inside with a coat of thin glue to make it airtight, after which he announced that the balloon was ready. But we must have a basket to ride in, he said. So he sent the soldier with the green whiskers for a big clothes basket, which he fastened with many ropes to the balloon, to the bottom of the balloon. When it was ready, Oz sent the word to his people that he was going to make a visit to a great brother wizard who lived in the clouds. And is this the next page? Hard to tell. There it is. The news spread rapidly through the city, and everyone came to see the wonderful sight. Next.
Next is Boris Karloff.
Oz ordered the balloon carried out in front of the palace, and the people gazed upon it with much curiosity. The Tin Woodman had chopped a big pile of wood, and now he made a fire of it, and Oz held the bottom of the balloon over the fire so that the hot air that rose from it would be caught in the silken bag. Gradually, the balloon swelled out and rose into the air, until finally the basket just touched the ground. Next.
Charlie the Unicorn.
Then Oz got into the basket and said to all the people in a loud voice, "I'm now going away on a visit, Charlie.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I was doing the wrong voice. Charlie was this guy. It was
Yes.
it was the other two that were all high like that. Okay, starting that bit over. Or should I just continue? I don't know.
Just continue.
Just
go from
continue.
there.
Okay. While I'm gone, the Scarecrow will rule over you. I command you to obey him as you would me. The balloon was by this time tugging hard at the rope that held onto it to the ground, for the air within it was hot, and this made it so much lighter in weight than the air without it, that it pulled hard to rise up into the sky. Next. Guys, or girls, I don't really know what you are.
Well, we just had a sponsored post pop up.
What's that?
Tom Jackson would like to hear, let's see.
Grab hold to our tongues, yeah.
Oh, again with the tongues!
The cybernetic ghost of Christmas past from the future from Aqua Teen Hunger Force? I thought these were multiple suggestions, but is that a thing?
That is actually a thing.
Do you know that voice?
Yeah, kind of.
I'm writing all that down.
I'm afraid...
Ghost.
I'm afraid I only know it from atop the fourth wall, which may or may not be accurate to the real thing, so I'm going to do that, and you can all judge from that. Come, Dorothy, cried the wizard. Hurry up, or the balloon will fly away. I can't find Toto anywhere, replied Dorothy, who did not wish to leave her little dog behind. Toto had run into the crowd to bark at a kitten, and Dorothy at last found him. She picked him up and ran toward the balloon. She was within a few steps of it, and Oz was holding out his hands to help her into the basket, when crack went the ropes, and the balloon rose into the air without her. Next.
The next one is terrible from Grace.
I'm afraid I don't know terrible. Sorry, Grace, we're gonna have to pick another one.
Schloofy feeling more sad from social distancing. So, extra sad pandemic Schloofy.
What? Oh, God.
Come back, she screamed. I want to go too. I can't come back, my dear, called Oz from the basket. Goodbye.
This is perfect.
I'm sorry. I must pause for the text here so I can read the line from the movie.
I can't come back. I don't know how it works. Goodbye, folks. Goodbye, shouted everyone. And all eyes were turned upward to where the wizard was riding in the basket, rising ever farther and farther into the sky. Oh,
God.
I want to hug Schnoofy. It was his birthday, but everyone else went on a big fun adventure without him. You're all horrible.
Yeah.
What?
Really?
And the last voice for this chapter?
The last voice for this chapter, Earl Sinclair?
Pass.
Beavis and Butthead.
I love how the list of voices that make you cringe just keeps getting longer and longer. That was like the last any of them ever saw of Oz, the wonderful wizard. Wiz. Although, he may have reached Omaha safely there and be there now for all we know. But, the people remembered him lovingly and said to one another, like, Oz was always our friend and stuff. And when he was here, he built for us this beautiful Emerald City and shit. And, like, now he's gone, and he's left the live Scarecrow to rule over us. How about a little fire, Scarecrow? Fire! Fire! Ah! Still, for many days, they grieved over the loss of the wonderful wizard and would not be comforted. What a dork.
Okay, the Ninth Planet just sponsored a post.
Very good.
And you're almost at the end of the chapter, and I was going to say I probably need to do one of my Mad Libs after you're done with the chapter.
That was the end of the chapter, and now we're moving on to Chapter 15, Away to the South.
Okay, but after you do the sponsored post, let's hold up on the voice suggestions so that we can go to do a Mad Lib.
Okay.
So you're just going to read the first, first little bit of the page.
Right.
The Ninth Planet would like you to say it like you're anticipating for something.
Okie dokie. I am anticipating something. Dorothy wept bitterly at the passing of her hope to get home to Kansas again, but when she thought it was all over, she was glad she had not got up in the balloon. And she also felt sorry at losing Oz, and so did her companions. The Tin Woodman came to her and said, truly, I should be ungrateful if I failed to mourn the great man who gave me my loving heart. I should like to cry a little because Oz is gone. If you will kindly wipe away my tears. How was that? So that I shall not rust. Next. Yes, next. Come on, let's hurry up, please. What, am I talking to myself here? Come on, what is it?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm anticipating something.
Oh. Well, please be done anticipating something.
And I got you again! Woo!
Well, no, I mean,
Uh-oh, she's gonna snap.
Okay.
Baby.
So here's how our first Mad Lib is going to work.
Yes, here's how first this is gonna work. First, I'm going to give my lady a hug. As I hug her little window here. And I give her a kiss. You're doing good, baby.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright, so, if you want to sponsor a Mad Lib, I will do your entire list. I am going to give the chat what I need, and they're going to shoot out some suggestions, and I'm going to pick one or two, write them down, and then I will take a moment to type them into the story.
You are typing to the chat what you need?
What?
Are you typing to the chat what you need?
Why would I be typing to the chat what I needed?
Well, I'm just thinking, if there's someone who doesn't want to give a sponsored post, if they just want to give you a random word, should it be numbered so you know where to place it?
Yes, that's a very good idea.
Like this
I
story.
would suggest numbering your sponsored post so that I can get it in where it needs to go fast enough. But that's a good idea. We will number everything.
Yes. Like if
Okay.
you say you need 3 adjective, 5 noun, then you, at home, would think of what would make for a good noun for number 5. You write that down, numbering it as 5, whatever that noun is, and there it goes.
Right.
Does that make sense?
I think so. Hopefully. Let us hope.
Yes.
Okay, so.
Theropod Hunter, we are both doing very well, thank you.
Like we said, there will be chaos tonight.
Yes, it's going to be very up in the air, very, oh my god, what's going on? But we're working on it.
If you have a sponsored post, if you want to sponsor this Mad Lib, I will do your entire list. Within reason, I do reserve the right. There are just some words I'm not going to say.
Yes.
We'll figure those out as we go.
Indeed.
But I know y'all. You're going to find some. I'm not going to say it. But anyway, for the most part, if you sponsor, I'll do the whole list. I'm not looking at the chat, so I don't know what's going on. I am going to be looking at the chat.
I'm sorry, I just saw a voice suggestion for me later. Super Disney fan suggested Cool Cat having an orgasm.
Oh my god.
And cringe, that is why you're on video, baby. Woohoo!
Okay, if you are going to do a sponsored post for this, wait
the
until
Mad
I
Lib.
have for this Mad Lib. Wait until I have given the entire set of things that needs to be sponsored. There's no way we can sponsor that last one.
What last one?
The one that has 60 words in it. There's no way. We're doing that once.
Yes.
I'll use your word if you sponsor.
Yes.
Yeah. The first person that I see that sponsors, because if you sponsor the same word, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I'm sure a lot of those words were repeated in its original context, so you know.
Cute. Yeah, I would imagine so. Okay, but anyway, this one is we need 16 different things. So if you're going to sponsor this Mad Lib, write down, type it up, or however you want to do it. Number it: 1, your word; 2, your word; 3,
Yes.
your word, and then send it when I'm all done.
Yes. And
But I'm going to be choosing from the chat as we go.
right. And you want to specify that, like, 1 is an adjective, 2 is a verb, etc.
Okay, guys, yeah, if you're sponsoring voice suggestions, I'm not going to see it right now.
Yes, we are moving on to the Mad Libs for the moment. That's what we're working on.
Right. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Gulangai? Guanglai? I'm not sure. I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering your name.
Sorry.
I know it was a joke, but how much to actually get you to read all of Watchmen as the Muppets?
Oh, wow. That would take a bit more preparation than I have currently at my disposal. I don't know, a full reading of Watch Muppets? What do you guys think? It's gonna take a... Whew. First I gotta get the book.
Yes, this video will be available on Bobshow's channel on Saturday.
Yes.
I am looking... We have a spammer in the chat. Who is the spammer?
I see no spam. Seeing a lot of
Okay.
suggestions
Anyway,
for
if
words.
you don't know how Mad Libs works, I'm going to tell you, number 1, I need an adjective, or number 2, I need a verb, or, something like that. Different things, and you're going to come up with the first thing that comes to your mind.
Yes.
And you're going to number it for the number that I asked for and what your word is. And I'm going to just randomly grab, because I'm sure it'll be going by kind of quick. But please number them. It will make things much easier.
Yes.
So, and then I will put those into the story, and then I'll read the story. That it's going to be really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Or
And
really, really awful.
yes,
It's
and
awful funny.
and bear in mind, Raven's vocal selection is mostly limited to herself and a couple of variations of these other characters that you can do.
I am only doing myself. One voice, me.
Okay, fine. Don't want to do your
No.
Sweeter, more naive self?
You want to do this by yourself?
You would leave me?
Okay.
This is the part where you say, no, I wouldn't leave you, Rob, because I love you.
I am freaking out here because I've never done this. We've never done this before, and I don't need jokes. I need help. I need support.
It's okay, baby. I am supporting
Okay.
you. You got this.
Number 1. Adjective.
Yes, let's all give her an adjective. Labeled
Yes.
as one, please.
If you wish to sponsor, please do not sponsor individual words in this one.
Right.
Looking for an adjective. Okay. Number 2. A plural noun. Multiple objects. Or places or things. People, places or things.
Tom Jackson has sponsored 2 words, frustrating and punch. Can we
Right.
put those in there
And
somewhere?
Tom, when you are all done with the list, when you have the 16 words that I'm asking for, just send it, and I don't know if you can send it all as one message. I don't know how this is going to work. I will do your list. We just have to figure out how you're going to get it to us. But don't just sponsor individual words. But nobody knows what we're doing. We don't know what we're doing. So I need a plural noun. And oh, my feed is frozen.
I was going to say, I don't mean to add more stress to you, but your camera froze. Can you turn it off and on?
Gotta mute you on YouTube. Okay.
Are we back?
Yes.
Hey, sorry about that.
Can you see me?
I can see you. And I'm pretty sure that means the stream can see you too. Let me just get the chat back playing here.
Okay,
I'm
I
at the
see
point
me now.
where... Yes, there you
YouTube
are.
has a huge lag. I am sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry, baby. Where were we? We were...
Plural noun, number 2. Plural noun.
Just need to do something real quick here.
Hold your sponsored posts for when you can give me your whole list. So Gabe, Gabe and Tom so far, when we're all done, just send your entire list at one time, and I will do those.
All right. We are back on track. Technical difficulties have been ironed out.
Yes.
Knock on wood.
Well, why are you beating up your desk?
Because I hate that stupid
I
desk.
can't see you. Are you sharing screens with me? Is
Um,
that how you were doing it before? Because I can't see the screen. I can't see. I can see YouTube, but I can't see anything on Skype.
Right, and I don't want to do that because I was going to share sounds with you too, and that's not what we're doing.
Yeah.
We are just sharing screens, and there we go, and that's how you're seeing me too. Yes. And there we go.
There you are. Okay. Now number 3 is an article of clothing.
The thong that I'm wearing. Did I say that out loud?
Tom, I'm still learning too. Don't worry about it. Nobody knows what we're doing with this thing. Article of clothing, number 3.
I am learning little by little, and I like what I'm learning. I mean, hey, just a couple of weeks ago, I was just sitting in front of my regular set. Now I'm in some weird, mystical fairyland with my lady and a little screen right beside me. I love it.
Okay, number 4 is a noun.
Let's give us a person, place, or thing.
What I'm doing is I'm looking at my love on the YouTube channel for a moment, and then I'm looking at the chat, and the first word that pops up is what I'm writing down. The first word that my eyes go to that's numbered is what I'm writing down. Okay. Number 5 is a verb.
A Super Disney fan says, Rob, I really do not want to see you shirtless. It'd be so weird. I didn't suggest that about going shirtless, but since it's out there now. Da 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 da.
Number 5, verb.
You're looking at me and my loveliness. And then back in the chat, what pops up?
Okay, number 6. Oops, that's the wrong. I have so many things open. It's like almost like you. Number 6 is a pet name. A pet name. Number 6.
Fido.
It is open to interpretation, isn't it?
Uh-huh. So why do you like her? She calls me Fido. She tells me what to do.
You can't give that away. That hasn't been published yet. You haven't put that one out yet. Number 7 is a noun.
They'll get it.
Number 7 is another noun.
You two are so adorable. Ah, thank you, Kristen. And Melissa Miller says, please get married, so it's not just Gabe. Okay.
Okay, number 8 is a verb.
They love us.
Number 8, verb.
How do I get back to the chat? Come on. Show me chat. Here we go. Sally the Grace,
Okay.
Sally the stripper is not a real character.
9 is an adjective. Number 9, adjective, please. We gotta find a way to speed this up. So now I'm looking at Rob wearing his I used to be a people person but people ruined it shirt.
Oh yeah.
He got so many compliments on that when he wore that to Disney.
And I still do. Wait, no, I didn't wear this to Disney. It was her Jack shirt. And you were wearing his Sally.
Okay. When did you wear that shirt? You got compliments on it. We were coming out of a ride.
Was it Universal?
And a woman, it may have been, and a woman said, "Same here, buddy," or something like that. I love your shirt.
And then people ruined it.
Number 10 is a noun.
How many words do we have in this one?
16.
All right, we're almost there, people. We're on the home stretch.
10 and 11 are both nouns. Please choose one. Either 10 or 11 for a noun. Number it, and I will look at the chat and pick it out in just a moment.
Grace went to D3 last year. I am so jealous. I've never been. Channel Pup says, this is what I love about Americans. You can just compliment each other's shirts. Do that in the UK, you might get stabbed. Dude, what the hell, UK? That's not right.
Really? I thought we were the uncivilized ones.
Ooh, doggies.
Okay.
Barney the sexy dinosaur. Oh dear.
Okay, number 12 is an adjective.
What kind of adjectives we got here? Yes, 10 and 11 were nouns, and now we're working on 12.
Now I won't have to go back and forth while I'm in the chat. Stop popping up, Patreon. Okay, looking for 12.
12
Number
was,
13.
12 was what again? Sorry?
An adjective.
An adjective.
Number 13 is a noise.
He said because he's 12. Anthony Watson asks if I could do an upper-class British guy for 1 second. Well, surely you must have seen my review for The Phoenix and the Comet. I say.
Number 14 is a verb.
And this is a verb too. Dancing, sitting, it's 2 verbs at once. Woo! Ah, she's doing it too. And Eric Chwan says, "Oh no. Clearly, he's doing his own impression of Shia LaBeouf." That was fine up until I say, "Sorry, Channel Pup."
Number 15. Please be creative and don't just pick the obvious. Body part.
Oh dear.
Be creative. Use your imagination. There are more than just the important body parts, you know.
Not,
Because I'm the one saying it doesn't have to be that way.
but if it is, well. Oh, adorable nurse went there. And actually, I'm very surprised that didn't get censored by YouTube. Really?
That's one of them learned words.
Oh, is that the difference?
Yes. And finally, number 16 is another adjective.
Quentin Breakville asks, "Hey Bob, just got here. Are we reading a story or something else? What are we doing?" We are going to be continuing our regular story time, where you're all suggesting voices for me to do. But right now, we are doing a little bit of a deviation, as Raven is going to be reading a Mad Lib for you. And wow, has she got some very fine words picked out from our wonderful audience here.
Okay, I am going to mute while I type in my list of words.
Yes.
If you have a sponsored post, feel free to send the entire list, and I will look at it in just a minute. I will do your list
Yes.
if you sponsor a post.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it looks like we're going to read this once. Once for the general chat, and then any sponsored posts that come along. I'm going to mute so you don't have to listen to me type.
Yes, and we are done with the word suggestions, so now it is up to me to entertain you guys on my own, because, and wow, Raven just made a face. What is that about? Oh no, you gotta say it now. What is that from, baby?
The very first word.
Yes?
You'll hear. You'll hear.
Oh, I'll hear. Okay.
Yeah, you'll find out.
So it's part of the Mad Lib then.
Yeah.
Excellent. Hey Bobsheaux, did you know that there will be a spin-off of Swan Princess called The Jean Bob Show, presenting Jean Bob along with Puffin, Speed, Number 9, Ghost Yoda Scully, Whizzer, and the Boggs? I have not heard of that. And if you are pulling my leg, screw you. Although I fully acknowledge that it is entirely possible that you are not. Because these people are just that dumb. Hey, you know all those dumb little animal characters from the Swan Princess movies? Let's go ahead and make a spin-off for those characters, because they're the popular ones! Let it die, people! What are you doing? Richard Rich announced it. Oh dear. Yes, Kingdom of Music is not that bad. I don't know, haven't seen it yet, but that is on the list. There's gonna be too many Swan Princess movies. I'm gonna have to do a whole nother month about them. Just why? How do I feel about the post-Zootopia Disney movies? I am... no fear, Bob, says Dominic Wilson. I see what you did there. But opinions on movies, I'm going to have to keep those to myself, because what if I want to review them someday? I don't know. Just going to have to wait and see. He said all smarmily. Bob, did you know that Disney made something called Zombies that's often said to be better than Descendants, at least? I think I might have vaguely heard something about that. Isn't that the exact same thing? But instead of the kids of Disney villains, it's just zombies intermingling with a bunch of regular high school kids. Except they're not really zombies, they're just kind of palish green colored people. They don't actually eat brains or anything, they're just, you know, look a little different. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, do we have our compiled list?
We have our list.
Our finished story?
Have I missed any sponsored posts?
I don't think you have. Let me
Okay.
scroll back real quick, see what we got.
If Tom and Gabe post anything, they've already sponsored. We just don't have the list yet. Okay, so I am going to go through.
No, we have no more sponsored posts since then. So, what is the title of our little story, baby?
The title of our little tale here is called Fantasy.
Fantasy.
Oh, yes. Why don't we look at I wrote it down. I put it in the script. I'm nervous.
It's okay. You got this. Let's all cheer on, people. Raven, Raven,
No,
Raven.
no.
No. Oh.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
fantasy. You fill my stinky fantasies with apes.
Oh dear.
I love to imagine you in only a blouse. It makes my Tom Servo talk. I dream about calling you Rocky and throwing you against the cock. That was Adorable Nurses as well.
Of course it was.
As I horrify you, so frustrating. You'll beg me to use my tree and my banana peel to pleasure you.
That might actually be a thing.
It might be. Don't look it up. Don't look it up. It will make you so friendly, you will blarg with desire.
Blarg!
What do you say? Will you let me knit your tibia all night long?
Ooh. Tempts me nuts.
Messy, please.
What? And
that's how it went.
You heard it here first, people. She wants it messy.
With my tree and my banana peel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you did that tibia. Ooh, it is getting something in here.
And I want it messy. And you make my Tom Servo talk. Now that's pretty good.
Oh, my. Come here, puppet boy. Make your daddy talk. Oh,
So
dear.
that's my first live stream Mad Lib. There you have it.
The first of many. They are going to be so awkward.
No, none of that was family approved. None of it.
Missy, please.
Messy, please. I think my favorite part was I'm going to use my tree and my banana peel to pleasure you.
Oh my.
Alright, back to reading voices and stuff.
Yes, back to the child-friendly Wizard of Oz and making that horrible.
JJ Multiverse, I just got here and I'm already dead. God, I love you guys.
You're welcome. Jinx. There is
Inappropriateness for 6 years and going.
Oh,
6 years ago.
Oh, yes. Speaking of inappropriate, I know I just made the suggestion that we go back to the more family-friendly Wizard of Oz, but I need to do a voice that is particularly un-family-friendly. This was suggested, but it's just, get out of the way. Cool cat having an orgasm.
Oh, no! Oh! And the stinky apes and my desire.
I like it really messy!
Again, there I go, cringing my mask completely off my face.
You're welcome.
Lord have mercy.
Anyway, we left off on Tin Man saying,
I'm a Mario fan.
"If you will kindly wipe away my tears so that I shall not rust." "With pleasure," she answered, and brought a towel at once. Then the Tin Woodman wept for several minutes, and she watched the tears carefully and wiped them away with the towel. When he had finished, he thanked her kindly and oiled himself thoroughly with his jeweled oil can to guard against mishap exquisite!
Oh, Lord. Who suggested that? They're banned. Banned. Forever banned.
I think it was Grace Starks.
They're banned.
I am so going to hell.
Oh, look, you're already there.
He oiled himself thoroughly with his jeweled oil can to guard against mishap. Perfect when cooling your cat.
No! I hate sponsored both.
Oh no, what did they say?
The middleman 9 has ruined everything.
Oh, how has he ruined everything? Do tell.
Bobcat Goldthwait being pleasured by a banana peel.
What?
Go for it. I don't want to watch this. I'm leaving.
No, don't leave.
Farewell. This has been
No.
not much fun.
No, don't leave me. Don't leave me, baby, please. I need you. Uh-oh. What's that face about?
I'm anticipating. I posing as though I am anticipating something horrible coming out of your mouth that I have to listen to. Literally, my cheeks are hot. I'm embarrassed before you even start.
The Scarecrow was now ruler of the Emerald City. And although he was not a wizard, the people are proud of him. Before they said, there is not another city in all the world that is ruled by a stuffed man. And so far, they're right.
I think we're done.
And now something.
Out the banana peel.
I can't show it. It's below screen. But thank you. And now I'm sounding like Java Frog. Yay!
I hate this.
I'm into that.
I hate you all. Yes, Dominique, YouTube's gonna get this channel, and we deserve it.
They were quite right. That's right.
Lord have mercy. Okay, the next voice.
That's a good banana peel.
Do you know who Derek Gerard is?
I do not. Sorry.
Okay. I don't know who that is either. Already did that. Musical comedy wolf.
The morning, right after the balloon had gone up with Oz, the four travelers met in the throne room and talked matters over. The Scarecrow sat in the big throne room, and the others stood respectfully before him. They're not so lucky, for this was the palace, and the Emerald City belongs to us. We can do just as we please. I remember when that was a short time ago. I was up on a pole in the farmer's cornfield, and then I am now ruling this beautiful city. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna have to put a moratorium on any voice suggestions that include the words "being pleasured." I have to have sex with this man later. Okay, I don't want these voices in my head.
Oh,
Please.
I'm sorry. You have to? No, you want to.
Not if I'm thinking about you doing Bobcat Goldthwait being pleasured by a banana peel.
Oh, I'll make sure you're not going to be thinking of that.
Okay.
That's right. You're welcome.
Okay, we have a sponsored post with a gazillion names in it. Hang on. Oh, God.
Oh, we got some good ones.
From Gabe. First one is Cinema Sins.
Also, said the Tin Woman, I'm well pleased with my new heart, and really that was the only thing that I wished for in all the world. Ding! For my part, I'm content in knowing that I'm as brave as any beast that ever lived, or not braver, said the lion modestly. Ding! If Dorothy would only be contented to live in the Emerald City, continued the Scarecrow, we might all live happy together. Ding! And me including the Cinema Sin stings is minus several sins right there.
Okay, I don't know that you know these next two. Can you do Your Movie Sucks?
No.
Or I Hate Everything?
Pass, sorry.
Butch the Bully.
Oh, Gabe, I can always count on you for cool cat voices.
I don't want to live here, cried Dorothy. I want to go to Kansas and live with Auntie Em and Uncle Henry. Well then, what can be done? Inquired the Tin Woodman. The Scarecrow decided to think, and he thought that so hard that the pins and needles began to stick out of his brains. Finally, he said, why not call the Winged Monkeys and ask them to carry you over the desert? Ha ha ha!
Next.
Eric Estrada. Little Raven's first crush.
I'm sorry, baby.
No, not Little Raven that we've talked about on the show before. Me. When I was very little. I had a crush on Eric Estrada. It was my very first crush. I was too young to be having crushes, but I thought he was very attractive on chips.
And then Cool Cat happened.
Let's just say that my tastes have refined over the years.
You're welcome. Let's see.
I never thought of that, said Dorothy joyfully. It's just the thing. I'll go at once for the golden cap. When she brought it into the throne room, she spoke the magic words, and soon the band of winged monkeys flew in through the open window and stood beside her. There they is!
So yeah, that was perfect. Next.
The original Frosty the Snowman.
This is the second time they've called us, said the Monkey King, bowing before the little girl. What do you wish? I want you to fly with me to Kansas, said Dorothy. But the Monkey King shook his head. That cannot be done, he said. We belong to this country alone, and cannot leave it. There has never been a winged monkey in Kansas yet, and I suppose there never will be, for they don't belong there. We shall be glad to serve you in any way in our power, but we cannot cross the desert. Goodbye!
Alright, bye, I guess. No other ideas? Next.
Mater.
And with another bow, the Monkey King spread his wings and flew away through the window, followed by all his band. Dorothy was almost ready to cry with disappointment. I have wasted the charm of the golden cap to no purpose, she said, for the winged monkeys cannot help me. It is certainly too bad, said the tender-hearted woodman. The Scarecrow was thinking again, and his head bulged out so horribly that Dorothy feared it would burst. Ow, think it hurts.
Next.
Dark Side? I don't know who that is.
I know who Darkseid is, but I don't know his voice. Pass.
And Hal Jordan from Justice League War.
Pass.
Sorry, Gabe. Okay. Next is... That's the wrong page. We're about to be on page 3.
So many wonderful voices. I love it.
Oh, no. Page... Okay. Where I am. Mickey Mouse. Sorry, couldn't figure out where it was.
Quite alright.
Let us call the soldier with the green whiskers, he said, haha, and ask his advice. So the soldier was summoned and entered the throne room timidly, for while Oz was alive, he never was allowed to come further than the door. This little girl, said the Scarecrow to the soldier, wishes to cross the desert, How can she do so? I cannot tell, answered the soldier, for nobody has ever crossed the desert unless it is Oz himself, Next.
We have a sponsored post
Oh dear.
for either Italian, German, or Mexican Bobsheaux. Thank you, the Ninth Planet.
Oh dear. Let's see.
Super Disney fan, I have that on the list. I hope we get to it.
Where was I? Oz himself. Is there no one who could help me? Asked Dorothy honestly. Glinda might, he suggested. Who is Glinda? Inquired the Scarecrow. I'm not simply German Bobsheaux. I am Hitler Bobsheaux! The Witch of the South. She is the most powerful of all the witches and rules over the Quadlings. Besides, her castle stands on the edge of the desert, so she may know a way to cross it. And we're done. Next.
Tom says, Heil Bobsheaux.
Heil Bobsheaux!
Good gracious.
I'll
Care to attempt...
be a very benign dictator. Care to attempt who?
Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Dolittle.
Pass.
Yeah, we've only seen the movie once.
Which so should have been a Tim Burton film.
It really should have. Okay, Tim Curry's Pennywise.
Let's see. There it is.
Glinda is a good witch, isn't she? Asked the child. The Quadlings think she is good, said the soldier, and she is kind to everyone. I've heard that Glinda is a beautiful woman who knows how to keep young in spite of the many years she has lived. How can I get to her castle? Asked Dorothy. The road is straight to the south, he answered, but it is said to be full of dangers to travelers. There are wild beasts in the woods, and a race of queer men, oh no, who do not like strangers to cross their country. For this reason, none of the Quadlings ever come to the Emerald City. Aha! Aha! Aha!
The language in these stories can sometimes be problematic.
Oh, yes. Queer men who do not like strangers to cross their country.
Oh, we don't take kindly to your parts around here, sister.
Stop it right now.
You're laughing. You're trying so hard not to.
Okay.
Next.
Next is Pumbaa.
Pass.
That's Pumbaa. Okay. Joker was so. Super Disney fan.
The soldier then left them, and the Scarecrow said, "It seems, in spite of dangers, that the best thing Dorothy can do is to travel to the land of the South and ask Glinda for help. For of course, if Dorothy stays here, she'll never get back to Kansas. No, she won't." I am the Joker, and joke is on you! Yeah!
Fellow native New Orleanian there.
Oh, yes.
That's okay. Y'all got Daddy Derek over there.
Who is pure Hollywood.
Oh yes. Born and bred, you can just hear it throughout his whole mannerisms.
It's that LA drawl.
Oh yes. Although to be fair, there are rednecks everywhere. They're not exclusive to the South. We just have a lot of them.
Next.
Okay, so the next voice is. I was trying to. Yeah, okay, there. Right. Yeah, got it. All right. Gomez Adams.
Gomez Adams. Let's see. You must have been thinking again, remarked the Tin Woodman. I have, said the Scarecrow. I shall go with Dorothy, declared the Lion, for I am tired of your city and long for the woods and the country again. I am really a wild beast, you know. Besides, Dorothy will need someone to protect her.
Hi, Quentin.
Gomez was like really a wild beast. Frightened me. Do it again. Next.
Where are we?
We just did Gomez Adams.
Fran Drescher.
Ugh.
That's the whiplash happening right there.
Mm-hmm.
That is true, agreed the Woodman. My ex may be of service to her, so I also will go with her to the land of the South. When shall we start? Asked the Scarecrow. Are you
quit.
going? They asked in surprise. Wait, why do you quit?
I have a sponsored post.
Oh dear. Are you going? They asked in surprise. And we're done with that one.
What's the sponsored post?
Yes.
The list.
The list.
Yes.
Starting with...
Kiwi. I don't have time for you to go live, Samantha Bee. I don't want to come see you. I'm very busy. Or maybe I will go see Samantha Bee since you're going to do these voices.
Just doing regular P with this time. No Ice Cream Bunny voices.
Oh, that'll be so much better.
It will be, yes.
Certainly, if it wasn't for Dorothy, I should never have my brains! She lifted me up from the pole in the cornfield and brought me to the Emerald City. So my good luck is all due to her, and I shall never leave her until she starts back to Kansas for good and all! Arrgh!
Next. And that'll be the final voice for this story.
Trump.
Thank you, said Dorothy gratefully.
God, nauseous.
You're all very kind to me, but I should like to start as soon as possible. We shall go tomorrow morning, returned the Scarecrow. So now let us all get ready, for it'll be a long journey. Oh, and we can't see your face anymore. And she's back. Thank you for joining us again, Raven.
Shut up!
And because we are finished with the third chapter in this reading of Wizard of Oz, we're going to pause here until the next stream. And continue where we left off in Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales, where we were reading from The Goose Girl at the Well.
Shouldn't I do a Mad Lib in between?
No, we had the sponsored poster finished first, sweetheart.
Oh, I could do a Mad Lib.
I'm sure you could, but we're not quite there yet. What's the next one?
I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna go on strike.
Must be.
I'm gonna strike until I get a raise
I can't do this without you,
and a
sweetheart.
printer
Okay, yeah, a printer.
and a
might
bot. I want a bot.
help. I don't know how to make bots. For what exactly?
We're gonna find out. Now that I know that it's possibly a thing, we're gonna find out.
And for what?
For what?
A bot to do what?
To take all the voice suggestions, so I don't have to try to catch them all.
Fair enough.
I don't know how it's gonna work, but we're gonna try to find out. Okay, and Anthony is continuing his horror and torture.
Thank you,
with...
Anthony.
No, thank you, Anthony. Boo, Anthony. Banhammer, Anthony. Gilbert Gottfried. Ugh.
In the meantime, the old woman stroked and fondled her geese as if they were children, and then went into the house with her daughter. The youth lay down on the bench, under a wild apple tree. The air was warm and mild, and all sides stretched a green meadow, which was set with cow's lips.
No, adorable nurses ruined everything.
What has she said?
In the middle of you doing Gilbert Godfrey, I was looking at the chat and I saw you could get a spooky pussy bot. It's over.
Yes,
Guys.
we need to do the spooky pussy bot.
Oh no.
Yes.
No.
It's gonna happen! Just lie back and let the spooky pussy bot happen!
And now all of you get to see what I have been seeing for months when doing these streams.
Are you done? Can we go on to the final horror?
We're not done yet. Still gotta finish this sentence.
Which was set with cow's lips, wild thyme, and 1,000 other flowers. Through the midst of it rippled a clear brook, on which the sun sparkled, and the white geese went walking backwards and forwards, or paddled in the water. And now we're done with that sentence. We can move on to the next voice.
What is it?
Daddy Derek. Stop laughing.
It's funny.
No. As a southerner, I am offended.
But why should you be? He's from Los Angeles. It is quite delightful here, said he, but I am so tired that I cannot keep my eyes open. I will sleep a little, but only a gust of If only a gust of wind does not come and blow my legs off my body, for they are as rotten as tinder. God bless. We gotta get you a bucket, too. Oh, she's got that. That'll work.
Okay.
Next.
Grace has sponsored a post in my defense.
Oh, yes.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
The first one is the rapping dog. Come on!
When he had slept a little while, the old woman came and shook him until he woke. Sit up, and she, "Thou canst stay here. I have certainly treated thee hardly till still it has not cost thee of life. Of money and thou hast no need. Here is something else for thee." Thereupon she thrust a little book to his hand, which was cut out of a single emerald. And we have squeaking. Yes! Uh-oh, where is she? There she is!
Here we go. Here's another one for you.
Is that it from Grace?
No, there's more in Grace's request.
More Grace's request, okay.
My defense.
Yes.
Sam Witwicky.
Okay, Grace, I hate you. You're bad, too.
No, you are always welcome, Grace.
Take care of it, says she, and it'll bring thee good fortune. The goat sprang up, and he felt that he was quite fresh, and recovered his vigor, and thanked the old woman for her present, and set off without even once looking back at the beautiful daughter. When he was already some way off, he still heard in the distance the noisy cry of the geese. No, 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 no. That's right. That's what Shia LaBeouf's geese sound like. Don't ask why.
Probably an artistic thing.
Oh yes, that's what
So
it is.
artistic. Next in here, her request is Speedy from Little Cars.
Give me a moment here while I refresh myself a bit.
Nope, no time for that.
There's time for that.
If you sponsor a post that's already been, the voices have already been done, he'll do them again.
Oh
Dance,
dear.
monkey, dance!
I'm sorry, I would just like to point out that half of this was ice once. Just 2 hours ago.
Well, you've got your air conditioner on, don't you?
Nope, too loud.
Oh. So, great. While we are entertained by Bobsheaux, we get to roast him. Quite literally.
Yes, you roast me, I roast you with my awful voices. It's all good.
Because he lives in hell, you know.
Although, I do have my fan on, so that's helping. But
I can hear the fan, but the air conditioner's louder than the fan.
yes, this is very faint. If you can hear this, then from the AC you would hear... No. Sorry, you said that next was Speedy?
Speedy from Little Cars, yes.
For 3 days, the cat had to wander in the wilderness before he could find his way out!
That's not Speedy!
Hmm?
That's not Speedy, that's the girl.
Yeah, that's Speedy.
Isn't Speedy the main character?
No, that's Sparky.
Sparky, oh, I'm sorry.
Speedy is...
Yeah, why? Do I look okay?
Go ahead.
He then reached a large town, and no one knew him! He was led into the royal palace, where the king and the queen were sitting on their throne!
You're blowing everybody's eardrums out.
I was gonna say, I gotta stop for everybody else's sake. I'm sorry.
That's okay, there's more.
There's more in this sponsored post. Hooray!
Butterball.
Butterball. Butterball.
From,
I was gonna say, you're smiling at me like I should know that.
the Buddies.
Not Butterball.
Butterball. Yes,
Butterball. Ugh. This is my smiling face.
That's about as expressive as the dogs were.
It's not just a voice. I have to try to read like them too. Let's see, what was it? The Count fell on one knee, drew the emerald book out of his pocket, and it laid at the Queen's feet. He bade him rise and laid her the little book, hardly, however, as she opened it, and looked therein, and she fell as if dead on the ground. The Count was seized by the king's servants, and as he was being led to prison, when the Queen opened her eyes and ordered them to release him, and everyone was to go out as she wished to speak with him in private. Sweet mama. Because that's what he has to say for some reason.
I do not sneeze like the Monchichis.
No, that actually is very true. She does not sneeze like the Monchichis. The Monchichis sneeze like her.
And the last one in this sponsored post is number 9. I can't remember who she's referencing.
Number 9, the character from Swan Princess 4, whose voice is not especially leaping out to me. Next. Sorry.
Okay, sorry about that. Anthony, in his quest to be banned from chat, has made another sponsored post.
What is that? Yes?
Beavis and Butthead.
Again! When the Queen was alone, she began to weep bitterly and said, of what use to me are the splendors and, homors with which I am surrounded. Every morning I awake in pain and sorrow, and I had 3 daughters, the youngest of whom was so beautiful. Whoa! That the whole world...
Ew!
The whole world looked on her as a wonder. She was as white as snow, as rosy as apple blossom, and her hair as radiant as sunbeams. What? Read, dumbass! Ah! Oh, yeah.
Ew.
When she
That was
cried...
worse.
When she cried, not tears fell from her eyes, but pearls and jewels only. Oh, wow. Well, I'll be damned. When she was 15 years old, the king summoned all 3 sisters to come before his throne. You should have seen how all the people were gazed when the youngest entered, and just as if the sun were rising. Rising. Next.
Are you familiar with the Amanda Show?
I'm not.
Okay, Tom, you're gonna have to come up with a different voice for that one.
Sorry.
But Gabe sponsored a post.
Did he?
This will be his last sponsored post tonight, and he stuffed it chock full of goodness.
Is this his last post because he has to leave, or is this his last post because you've had enough?
He just said it was his last one. I'm just
Oh.
passing the information along.
Sorry, Gabe.
Pinocchio.
Pass. Sorry.
Jiminy Cricket.
Then the king spoke. My daughters, I know not when my last day may arrive. I will state aside that each shall receive at my death. You all love me, but the one of you who loves me best shall fare the best. Each of them said she loved him the best. Can you not express to me, said the king, how much you do love me, and thus I shall see what you mean? Next.
Next is the Sultan from the animated Aladdin.
The eldest spoke. I love my father as dearly as the sweetest sugar. The second. I love my father as dearly as my prettiest dress.
Anthony, it's never too late to kiss up. Thank you.
What was it? Oh. But the youngest was silent. Then the father said, And thou, my dearest child, how much dost thou love me? I do not know, and can compare my love with nothing. But her father insisted that she should name something. So she said at last, The best food does not please me without salt.
Therefore, I love my father like salt. How flattering.
Heart disease in our future.
And next in that post? Or was that it?
Nope. The wolf from your Little Red Riding Hood review.
When the king heard that, he fell into a passion, and said, If thou lovest me like salt, thy love shall also be repaid thee with salt. Then he divided the kingdom between the two elder, but caused a sack of salt to be bound on the back of the youngest, and 2 servants had to lead her forth into the wild forest. Wow, harsh. Next.
Captain Jack Sparrow. Both Gabe and Anthony put him into the sponsored post. And we're good with that. We're fine with that.
Yes, we are, aren't we? We all begged and prayed for her, said the queen, but the king's anger was not to be appeased. How she cried when she had to leave us. The whole road was strewn with the pearls which flowed from her eyes. The king soon afterwards repented of his great severity, and had the whole forest searched for the poor child, but no one could find her. When I think that the wild beasts have devoured her, I know not how to contain myself for sorrow. Many a time I console myself with the hope that she is still alive, and may have hidden herself in a cave, or has thus found shelter with passionate people. But picture to yourself when I opened your little emerald book, a pearl lay therein, of exactly the same kind as those which were used to fall from my daughter's eyes. And then you shall also imagine the sight of it stirred my heart. You must tell me how you came by that pearl. Here he's talking about pearls. There you go.
Every time I look up in the chat, Adorable Nurse says something.
And what does she say now?
Waspinator loves his father like salt.
Waspinator loves Daddy Butt like salt.
Alright, final for Gabe is one of the puppies from Puppy Star Christmas. Is it gonna be Bro?
Oh, you mean puppy number 1?
I think he was puppy number 4, wasn't he? We have 3 adorable little girl Yorkies and this real big mutt. He's a boy.
Who somehow snuck his way into the litter. He's not tiny, he's
he looks
bigger.
like his daddy, Pupy.
Why is Daddy's name P.U.P.? Ugh. Hate you, Gabe. But I will try to do Sandy. Because she's the cute one. We're supposed to root for her.
The Count told her that he had received it from the old woman in the forest, who had appeared very strange to him and must be a witch, but had neither seen nor heard anything of the Queen's child. The King and the Queen resolved to seek out the old woman. They thought that there where the pearl had been, they would obtain news of their daughter.
Done. Are you happy, Gabe?
Okay. From Tom, who has changed his suggestion to Dingo Dial and Tiny Tiger.
Let's see. The old woman was sitting in that lonely place at her spinning wheel, spinning. It was already dusk, and a log which was burning on the hearth gave a scanty light. All at once there was a noise outside. The geese were coming home from the pasture and uttering their hoarse cries.
Soon afterwards, the daughter also entered.
What is this from?
It's from
Where
Crash
is this
Bandicoot.
That's why I have no idea who they are.
But the old woman scarcely thanked her, and only shook her head a little. The daughter sat down beside her, took her spinning wheel, and twisted the threads as nimbly as a young girl.
Next.
I'm not chewing pretzels. Cheatsy would like you to do Shaggy.
Like thus they both sat for 2 hours, man, and exchanged never a word. At last something rustled in the window, and 2 fiery eyes peered in. It was an old night owl, which cried, "Woohoo!" 3 times. The old woman looked up just a little, and then she said, "Now, my little daughter, it is time for thee to go out and do thy work." She rose and went out, and where did she go? Over the meadows and ever onward into the valley. Next.
Sorry. Would you
Say
please take a moment and say again what you said in the Waspinator voice? Adorable Nurse had stepped away when you did that.
Oh, sorry, Adorable Nurse. I said, Waspinator loves Daddy Bot like salt. and
Okay.
and then he gets blown up for no reason.
And now we have Anthony's Kiss Up sponsored post.
Uh-oh.
And then we'll get to his other sponsored post, which I'm not banning him for. It's okay. Sean Connery.
At last he came to a well, with 3 old oaks standing beside it. Meanwhile the moon had risen large and round over the mountain, and it was so light that one could have found a needle. She removed a skin which covered her face, then bent down into the well and began to wash herself. When she had finished, she dipped the skin also into the water, and then laid it on the meadow, so that it could bleach in the moonlight and dry again. But how the maiden was changed! Such a change as it was never seen before. When the grey mask fell off, her golden hair broke forth like sunbeams, and spread out like a mantle over her whole form. Her eyes shone out as brightly as the stars in the heavens, and her cheeks bloomed a soft red like apple blossom. You're welcome, lass.
Oh, but there's more.
Ooh.
Captain Jack Sparrow again, please.
She's getting all squishy. But the fair maiden was sad. She sat down and wept bitterly. One tear after another forced itself out of her eyes, and rolled through her long hair to the ground. There she sat, and would have remained sitting for a long time, if there had not been a rustling and cracking in the boughs of the neighboring tree. She sprang up like a roe which had been overtaken by the shot of the thunder, or by a shot of the hunter. Just then the moon was obscured by a dark cloud, and in an instant the maiden had put on the cold skin and vanished, like a light blown out by the wind. Next.
Captain Barbossa, please.
Ooh, she likes him. She ran back home, trembling like an aspen leaf. The old woman was standing on the threshold, and the girl was about to relate what had befallen her. But the old woman laughed kindly and said, "I already know all." She led her into the room and lighted a new log. She did not, however, sit down to her spinning again, but fetched a broom and began to sweep and scour. "All must be clean and sweet," she said to the girl. Next. Oh. Raven had to leave us for some reason. Hello?
I'm sorry, it almost wouldn't let me come back.
Uh-oh.
Am I back?
We can hear you, but we can't see you. And now we can see you again. Hooray!
Okay. Yes, I was trying to encourage this headache to go ahead and leave.
Ah.
Yeah. So I decided to just go off camera to do that. And finally, for Anthony's Kiss Up post, Inigo Montoya.
You're gonna need to smoke it after this block of voices.
I'm not complaining. I get so much crap. I mean, I enjoy it while it's good.
But mother, said the maiden, why do you begin to work so late an hour? What do you expect? Just thou know then what time it is? Asked the old woman. Not yet midnight, said the maiden, but already past 11 o'clock. Dost thou not remember, continued the old woman, that it is 3 years today since thou camest to me? Thy time is up. We can no longer remain together. The girl was terrified, and said, Alas, dear mother, will you cast me off? Where shall I go? I have no friends, and no home to which I can go. I have always done as you bade me, and you have always been satisfied with me. Do not send me away. You killed my mother. Prepare to die.
I just found it. Colin. I'm sorry. I forgot it. I saw it and didn't get the chance to write it down.
Just found one.
I don't know if he knows that one, but if not, we'll do something for you. Okay, so a long time ago, Colin did a sponsored post for Saturday Night Live's Gumby.
Sorry, pass.
Okay, Colin, if you could do a different voice suggestion, that'd be great.
I could do Monty Python's Gumby.
Go for it.
The old woman would not tell the maiden what lay before her. My stay here is over, she said to her. But when I depart, house and parlor must be clean. Therefore, do not hinder me in my work. Have no care for thyself. Thou shalt find a roof to shelter thee.
Oh my God, is that enough?
And the wages which I will give thee shall also content thee.
For my fellow headphone wearers, I sympathize with you. I just mentioned that I'm over here partaking of the herb to get rid of the headache that I've had since the stream started.
I'm sorry. Even though it doesn't really look like it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot of remorse in the giggling. I feel like my nose and teeth are vibrating.
Baby,
What?
I'm sorry.
You're not really.
Yes, I am.
Your face is still red from having been laughing so hard.
Well, I can't blame that. It's just something that happened.
Isn't he a great actor?
No. Shut up. I'm trying to apologize and you just
No,
think it's
Grace.
me acting.
No,
What?
I'm not telling you.
What is it?
She said, Grace said apologize is schloofy, but no. Okay, next sponsored post. Get busy. Sponsored post. Dance, monkey, dance.
The sponsor boat says to get busy, but you can't do that here. What? They said it! Or did you say it?
Anthony has sponsored a post.
Yes.
Grandpa Longneck. For a complete change of pace.
But tell me what is about to happen, the maiden continued to entreat. I tell thee again, do not hinder me in my work. Do not say a word more. Go to thy chamber, take the skin off thy face, and put on thy silken gown which thou hast on when thou camest to me, and then wait in thy chamber until I call thee. Imagine him saying this to Littlefoot.
And Mr. Treehorn.
I think that's Mr. Threehorn. But, okay.
Treehorn. I can't read my handwriting.
But I must once more tell the king and queen who had journeyed forth with the count in order to seek out the old woman in the wilderness. The count had strayed away from them in the wood by night and had to walk onwards alone. The next day it seemed to him that he was on the right track. He still went forward until darkness came on. Then he climbed a tree, intending to pass the night there, for he feared that he might lose his way. Next, Gun Raven.
Sorry. Okay. Next is we didn't do that. We did that. That's done. I think we're out of sponsor posts. Oh boy, we get to go back to the regular posts.
And we have one full page of text left before we're done with the story, and then we move on to an ad lib. Or Mad Lib, rather.
Mad Lib. Okay. Periwinkle.
Oh, jeez.
When the moon illuminated the surrounding country, he perceived a figure coming down the mountain. She had no stick in her hand, but yet she could see that it was the Goose Girl, whom he had seen before in the house of the old woman. "Oh-ho!" cried he. "There she comes, and if I once got hold of one of the witches, the other shall not escape me." But how astonished he was when she went to the well, took off the skin, and washed herself, when her golden hair fell down all about her, and she was more beautiful than anyone whom he had ever seen in the whole world. And then she showed him her magic tricks. Presto disappearo.
I love him.
Eddie Izzard.
He hardly dared to breathe, but stretched his head as far forward through the leaves as he dared, and stared at her. Either he bent over too far, or whatever the cause might be, the boughs suddenly cracked, and that very moment the maiden slipped onto the skin, sprang away like a roe, and as the moon was suddenly covered, disappeared from his eyes. So, essentially, he looked at her and she said, "Oh, what? Fuck off," she seemed to say. Next.
Okay. We have a sponsored post. Sing it as Tiny Tim. Grace.
Oh dear.
Hardly had she disappeared before the Count descended from the tree. He hastened after her with nimble steps. He had not been long gone before he saw in the twilight 2 figures coming over the meadow. It was the king and it was the queen who had perceived from a distance in the light shining from the old woman's little house they were going to it. The Count told them that there were wonderful things that she had seen by the well, and they did not doubt that it was that it had been their lost daughter. I'm just as free as any daughter. I do what I like, just what I like, and how I love it.
Oh my god. My face hurts. This mask feels so tight.
My face hurts just from laughing.
Yeah, not a whole lot of remorse.
I'm trying to be remorseful, shut up.
Harley Quinn.
They walked onwards full of joy, and soon came to the little house. The geese were sitting all around it, and had thrust their heads under their wings and were sleeping, and not one of them moved. The king and queen looked in the window, and the old woman was sitting there quietly spinning, nodding her head and never looked around. The room was perfectly clean, as if the little mist men who carried no dust on their feet lived there.
Little mist men? Okay.
The daughter, however, they did not see. They gazed at all this for a long time. At last they took to heart and knocked softly at the window. "Put in!"
Oh. Okay. Next one is... Oh, you did that already. Someone sponsored it.
Oh dear.
What?
Earlier you mentioned how some of the language in these older stories can be problematic.
Yes.
This story ends halfway between the next page, And the next story starts anew. Right after, what's the title of the story? Right after the Goose Girl at the Well, this collection includes The White Bride and the Black One. Damn, baby.
Stop! No! No.
What am I supposed to think from that?
Next voice is. At what point? You got the rest of that page still.
Yes, we're on the last page here.
John Ratzenberger.
The old woman appeared to have been expecting them. She rose and called out quite kindly, "Come in! I know you already." When they had entered the room, the old woman said, "You might have spared yourself a long walk if you had not 3 years ago unjustly driven away a child who is so good and lovable. No harm has come to her, for 3 years ago she has to tend the geese. With them she has learned no evil, but has preserved her purity of heart. You, however, have been sufficiently punished by the misery in which you have lived." Next.
Next is William Shatner's Puss in Boots.
Are you sure you don't mean Cat in Boots, YouTube?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. You have to be YouTube friendly.
Yes, we do.
Cat in Boots. From the original Captain Kirk.
Let's see.
Then she went to the chamber and called out, "Oh, come out, my little daughter." Oh, thereupon the door opened, and the princess stepped out in her silken garments, with her golden hair and her shining eyes, and it was as if an angel from heaven had entered. She then went to her father and mother, and fell on their necks and kissed them.
Fell on their necks? Okay.
For there was no help for it. They all had to weep for joy. The young cow stood near them, and when she perceived him, she became as red in the face as a marshmallow. She herself did not know why.
Next. No? Are we done?
Oh, I forgot I was muted. I'm sorry. I've
It's
been
okay.
taking a break now and again. Things
Good.
are starting to relax.
You're doing good, baby.
Trade Federation leader?
I'm sorry, who asked for this?
This is from a long time ago. I don't know.
The king said, "My dear child, I have given away my kingdom. What shall I give thee?" "She needs nothing," said the old woman. "I gave her the tears that she has wept on your account. There are precious pearls, finer than those that are found in the sea, and worth more than your whole kingdom, and I give her my little house as payment for her services." When the old woman had said that, she disappeared from their sight. The walls rattled a little, and when the king and queen looked around, the little house had changed into a splendid palace. A royal table had been spread, and the servants were running hither and thither.
And of course, that sentence had to have as many L's and R's in it as possible.
You read an awfully long passage in that voice. I think you enjoyed it.
I did not mean the two, that's just how it worked out.
Two final voices for this story. Go.
Skexil.
Skexel. Was that one of the posts, or is it your choice?
It was suggested a long time ago. I'm going through and seeing what people are suggesting now and seeing if there's any common denominators here.
The
story goes still further. Yes, but my grandmother, who related it to me, had partly lost her memory and had forgotten the rest. I shall always believe that the beautiful princess married the count. Yes, and that they remained together in the palace and lived there in all happiness so long as God willed it.
And last voice for the story,
Last voice.
before we move
Droopy.
on to the next Mad Lib Theatre, is Droopy.
Droopy.
Whether the snow-white geese, which were kept near the little hut, were very young maidens, no one need take offense, whom the old woman had taken under her protection, and whether they now received their human form again, and stayed as handmaids to the young queen, I do not exactly know, and that makes me angry. But I suspected. This much is certain, that the old woman was no witch, as people thought, but a wise woman who meant well. Very likely it was she who, at the princess's birth, gave her the gift of weeping pearls instead of tears. That does not happen nowadays, or else the poor would soon become rich.
Deep.
Especially when red is droopy. It adds that gravitas.
Absolutely.
Alright. This next Mad Libs is going to be a joint effort between Bobsheaux and I.
Oh, is it?
Yes. And I will tell you the name. No, I'm not. I'm not going to tell you that. That's telling you too much. Okay, so everybody get ready. I gotta get to the right page.
I need to be typing this down too, don't I?
I will send it to you.
That'll work. Send it to me via Skype.
Yes.
Very good.
My pages are sticking together in my new notebook.
Oh no.
Oh, it's just really heavy paper. I keep thinking it's two pages stuck together. Okay, so this one has... I have way too many files open. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Sorry, I'm just enjoying seeing you in the chat here.
Don't get all smushy.
Hey, guess what?
What?
I'm getting smooshy.
I get smushy?
Yes.
Okay, give me just a second to write these down on my paper here. Yes, I think everyone who thinks that Bobsheaux should buy Raven a printer, raise your hand. I think I should go on strike until all of my demands are met. Can't count.
Now, YouTube, why would you block the suggestion of Sally? What is that? Much love to you and Ravenbob. Thank you, Black Hood. We got raised hands from Colin, Grace, Melissa, Adorable Nurse, Cheatsy the Pimp, and Black Hood, and Tom Jackson. Yep, seeing too many... seeing too many hands up here.
Yep. Just, it's a business expense.
Joe. Imagine if you could kiss Raven for real in that box on the live, says Gabriel Johnson. Well, I can actually do that. Look. See, here we go. Mwah. Oh, wait.
I didn't know which way to turn.
Turn to your right. And down a little bit. Oh, a little closer. Not quite there yet.
No!
Joe.
I'm writing! Leave me alone!
You're no fun.
Leave me alone. Oh, Twitter pages.
Hey Bob, out of curiosity, which would you rather review if I sent it to you? Thomas and the Magic Railroad, or the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy? Well, you would not have to send me the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, because I've already got it. But, perhaps I could give my 2 cents on that. Spuds McKenzie. Why did... Maybe help me out here. Why is Spuds McKenzie a thing?
I don't remember. What was Spuds McKenzie? Sunglasses?
Spuds McKenzie was the little English.
Yeah, I know who. No, he's that football head dog.
Yes, but you couldn't remember
Heads
what he
look
was
like
for.
Footballs.
Yes. English Bull Terriers look like footballs for some reason. But yes, it was Budweiser that he was the mascot for.
Okay, so I am going to be taking down 2 words for every number because we have the script and then we have the roles reversed script.
Ah.
So we're going to do one of each. Okay. So, number 1.
Sorry, I have to address this question that Adorable Nurse asked me. Yes, I have seen Gilbert Gottfried reading 50 Shades of Grey. And it is nauseating. And Raven's got the smirk.
You just said 2 nasty things in one sentence.
Yes, I did.
Gilbert Gottfried in 50 Shades of Grey.
It happened.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube. Have I showed it to you?
No! And that is also my answer to the question of if you should. No.
But not the answer to the question, am I gonna?
You can't make me. You're not the boss of me. Okay. So, number 1 is adjective.
Yes.
Give us an adjective. And I will look up at the window. The man that I love. The little Skype window, because I can see him in more or less real time.
No, you don't want to kiss me back? Fine, I see how it is.
I can't figure out which way I'm supposed to turn.
You turn to your right. I know it's a little bit confusing, but I can see myself looking towards my left here, which looks like I'm looking to my right on my computer screen. So that helps. I'm leaning this way. I'm leaning in that way. It looks like I'm leaning the other way.
And I'm busy. Number 2 is another adjective.
Poor baby.
Probably very unattractive.
It's just you
I
scratching your
don't
nose.
like
It's
being
nothing.
on camera. I
just-
like being anonymous.
But you're so good on camera.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. She can see the Skype, but it's a very tiny window, and she's not quite used to the whole process of switching attention from the Skype window to the chat window here, and she needs to play moderator for me because Lord knows I can't do it. So, thank you for everything that you're doing here, sweetheart. I really appreciate it, and so does everyone else.
Oh boy.
Let's all say a big thank you to Raven.
No, don't say a big thank you to me. We have a mission. We have an objective. Number 3 is body part.
And again, let's try to think more creative with this one because I'm not sure the writer did.
Oh no, that's not. We're not doing that.
No. That's right. Pardon me.
This is yeah. This is the one that I said we have that, and then we have the roles reversed.
Melissa Miller wishes that she had a nice boyfriend like Bobsheaux. I'm sure he's out there. Just don't give up.
I suggest shopping in the nerd department. I've had good luck there.
Yes,
Seriously, don't overlook nerds. They're amazing boyfriends.
Don't you forget it. Sorry, but the lips. Which ones? Hi-oh! adorable nurse. You are just trying to be oh so naughty.
She would never. Okay, number 4 is a noun.
You need a person, place, or a thing. What is it going to be?
My right. So you're over here.
Inacio's second channel suggested lasagna. I don't know if that was supposed to be a noun. Hey, what are you poking at me for?
I'm playing with the camera thing.
Yeah. I'm biting your finger.
No.
Lips, Stevie, lips. True love goes on the lips.
I used to have more dignity than that. Bobsheaux ruined me. Number 5, and that was my joke.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Usually he throws jokes at me and sees whether or not they land, but that was mine. It was all me. Lipsy, lips. So I'm a really bad person. Okay, number 5 is animal.
Hey, they were doing it. Disney was making this daughter of a Disney.
It looks like that's where they were headed, definitely.
She was getting a little date rapey on him.
Apparently that's his thing, because he was pretending to be asleep.
Oh, yeah. That's just one of their kinks.
Oh, please save me from my eternal slumber, my fair queen.
Anyone got Doritos? No, I do not have Doritos, and I haven't had them in so long. I miss them.
Number 6 is a verb, and number 7 is an adverb.
Uh-oh.
6 and 7, verb and adverb.
Yeah, what do we got for that, people?
Just trying to speed things up a little bit.
Yeah, that was uncomfortable. Dancing like strippers. He's not spelled, he's roofied. Oh, reliving these review moments is so much nicer than the movie itself. Juan's lab sanglass slippers make these knights dance like strippers. Limited edition of Spider-Man 3 on Blu-ray. Thank you, Shay J. I might have to check that out. Then again, I should probably get the extended cut of Spider-Man 2, shouldn't I? 2.1. Why did they do that?
Number 8 is a noun. Number 9 is an adjective.
Noun and an adjective. What do we got there, folks?
8 is a noun, and 9 is an adjective. Nothing about this is going to be family approved.
Family approved!
Remember, I don't do voices unless absolutely tortured and being forced to do them.
Yes, getting all those various family approveds was quite the process, but my lady is a trooper. Thank you so much for that, sweetheart.
You're not really welcome.
Family approved. And then, family approved.
Family approved! Family approved!
Can you do it higher?
Yes, higher. Yeah,
Higher.
yes, higher, shriller, more annoying, please. And yes, Grace, I know, I have to review Pup Academy. It's on the list. I hate you.
Number 10 is... No, I haven't said that yet. Number 10 is a noun, and number 11 is a verb.
Another noun and a verb. Let's see what we got there.
10 is a noun, 11 is a verb.
Super Disney fan suggests sexual intercourse. Is that a verb or a noun? I suggest sexual intercourse, and Raven reaches off screen and pokes her finger into my ear. That's interesting. Here, do it again. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. Oh.
Hey, you know it's out there. You know that there's someone that gets off on that.
Oh, I'm sure you've got a questionnaire for it. We're terrible.
Okay, number 13. Where are we?
I think we did 10 and 11 last.
Yes, number 12.
Yes, number 12.
I have lost the ability to count. Number 12 is a noun, and number 13 is a body part. Creative. Let's be creative.
Yes. Quentin Breakbill says that he's a little bit concerned about how they treat the animals while directing those puppy movies. Don't. You have nothing to worry about. Why?
Not making them do anything.
Because they're not making them do anything! They're just sitting in a line. And then they just CGI the mouths in to do whatever they want, despite of what the dogs are actually doing on camera. And we're just talking, and then, uh-oh, we gotta run over here now? Okay. They're fine. And as we kind of sort of saw in Super Buddies, if ever there's stupid action no, sorry, it's not that. It's Pupstar. Pupstar. If ever there's an action sequence where a dog...
Hold on, I'm sorry, let me interrupt you for a second.
Sorry?
I messed everybody up. Number 12 is a noun, number 13 is a body part. That's where we are. 12 is a noun, 13 is a body part.
Gotcha. But yeah, back to what I was saying. If ever there's a action sequence wherein the dog might be in danger, that's when they use a plush toy. A very poorly made, very obvious plush toy. And I don't know what Sexabob is, Super Disney fan, but it sounds intriguing.
I don't think so.
And Tom Jackson's inspiration comes from the angry video game nerd. Ass! And that is my one concession to doing James Rolfe. Otherwise, no, can't do him.
Number 14 is a noun, 15 is an adverb.
And
14 is a noun, 15 is an adverb.
a noun and an adverb. And how many words left do we have in this one?
We are going to 21. We have 21 words.
21 words. Gotcha.
Don't make me do math.
I love you.
I didn't know there would be quiz.
They should do one with monkeys called Primate School. Get it? Instead of private school. Leave. You're banned, Grace. Leave now.
Good one. Good one.
Waspinator squishy. The Drobonator sure loves her some Waspinator.
Yeah, 15 is an adverb.
Yes.
14 is a noun, 15 is an adverb. Okay.
That's a good one
16
here.
and 17 are both verbs.
Nice and easy. So anyone could just list one verb, and we could just pick any at random. There we go. That works.
Please number them.
Or that. That'll
Makes
do.
it much easier. Doesn't matter which one you number it as, but
Exactly.
16 and 17 verbs.
Now I'm imagining Bambi saying that. Verb! I'm sorry, that was just too cute. My mom and dad buy Disney Plus, and they're sitting my little nephews in front of it for the first time, And what do they put on? Bambi. And they love it. We have one who's all into, who's now getting into video games. We have another who is stupid, learned about dinosaurs. And they're all enjoying Bambi. And Raven had to leave us for a moment, so again, it's up to me to entertain you guys, and oh my god, I can't do it on my own. And she's back, hooray! She's my hero.
Okay.
That's not a verb. That's a butterfly.
Well done,
All right.
Cruz.
Number 18 is an exclamation.
Ha ha!
Number 19 is a past tense verb. 18 is an exclamation, and number 19 is a past tense verb.
Like, died. They had a giraffe who got sick, threw up, and died. That's not funny. You find something funny about that? The throwing up part.
Have they announced a live-action remake of Bambi yet?
You hold your tongue, woman.
I'm excited for the live-action remake of Robin Hood. I don't care what anybody says.
Why? Disney, stop being embarrassed of your animation legacy, please. Leave your movies alone. They are good as they are. Or if they're not, you can make a new version of it and just improve upon it. You know, just... Okay, so... budgetary constraints cost the filmmakers behind Robin Hood to cut corners. Okay, fine. They had to do Xeroxing where a proper inking and paint rendering would have been better. They had to recycle various bits of animation for all the dancing in the party scene that's at the end of the movie. Fine. Fix that! Remake the movie, but make it look crisper, make it look smoother, make original animation, give it more visual depth. That'd be good. You know, all the...
I agree with the phony account.
What's that?
Robin Hood, furries and tights. That's what I'm looking forward to. I would pay money to see that movie.
Okay, you know what? Live action Disney's Robin Hood remake, it has to be people in costume wearing elaborate animatronic heads with all the facial features that they need. Moving mouths, moving eyes, eyelids, the whole bit.
Bambi. Crypto 457 says Michael Bay's Bambi.
No, that was Bambi 2000, and Saturday Night Live already beat you to that punchline.
Okay, so we got 2 more words to come up with.
What's it gonna be?
Then Bobsheaux and I shall do a couple of Mad Lib rounds for you.
Hooray!
Number 20 is another past tense verb, and number 21 is just a verb.
Just a verb.
A verb.
The verb.
20 is a past tense verb, and 21 is a regular verb.
Or it could be like cats, says Calden Warmbroad.
I still haven't watched the new Cats. I want to see it, but I'm so afraid.
I want to see it too, because I don't know what everybody else is seeing. It looks like cats. It looks like people in skin-tight leotards with cat makeup. I'm sorry, is that not what Cats is? Is that not what Cats always has been? Are we just, for some reason, not accepting of what's in the theater? Suddenly it's on the movie screen? Is it that much of a difference? I don't know. Now, I've heard there are some instances of, like, unfinished CGI or something, where I think a character is supposed to have a more cat-like paw, but all we see is instead just a regular human-like hand. Okay, if that's something, then that's something. But they look weird? Not really. They look like cats. They look like cats as always look like cats. I don't get what everyone's so weirded out by it. But again,
Okay.
if it's just a bad movie, then okay, fine. But I just don't think it looks very creepy like everyone else does. But,
Okay, I have to take a moment to type,
Okay.
so chat amongst yourselves.
Oh, pick a topic! Let's see. I dare you to review it, says Melissa Miller. Alright, but it's not really that much of a dare. I mean, it's something that I've been kind of curious about, so okay. That's like asking me to review this dumb animated kids movie. It's gonna happen. Kristen Benvenet says, agreed, Bobsheaux. I hate the live-action movies. Maybe just remake some of their less than great ones. Together forever, Bobsheaux and Raven. Woohoo! We're like Wakanda. Robin Raven forever. How would the Aristocats look if it was inked and painted properly? Better. I'm sorry to put it so bluntly, but I can appreciate the artistry that goes into every single one of Disney's animated films, but in the finished product, I don't want to see the sketch lines. It's like looking at a Pixar movie, but you can still make out the framework that makes up each individual character. No, I don't want to see that. I want to see these toys running around. I want to see a bunch of fish looking for their offspring. I don't want to see these computer models running around. Why should I want to see these sketch models that are kind of sort of colored in? And soon to be the Little Mermaid. Oy. And hey, let's make Mulan and take out all the fun. What else? 2D animation should make a comeback and be a regular thing. Yes. Yes, it should. I recently visited Princess and the Frog. Wow. That was really a labor of love. And you can tell. But nobody saw it. Because for some reason people would rather see a crap CGI film than Disney doing what Disney does. Why? What's wrong with this picture? I don't know. And let's take out Mulan's male love interest because of the whole Me Too fiasco. Why not? Oh dear. Clint Howard is Bambi. No! No, that cannot happen, please! Disney's strategy of picking which movies to get a live-action remake feels like a popularity contest lately. Yes, let's remake Lion King, because of course it's gonna make $1 billion. It's frickin' Lion King! Yeah, who cares if it sucks?
I've got the first one done, and may I just say, this is so inappropriate.
Oh, this is gonna be fun! Alright, you have read...
So do I just send it to you in Skype chat, or should I make a open office document file and send it to you that way?
Just send it to me in chat so I can read it over my phone here.
Gotcha. Not that chat.
No. This chat cannot be saved for posterity.
Oh, it's horribly done. Okay, I think it'll work.
Disney stopped doing 2D animation because Winnie the Pooh didn't sell well against the finale of Harry Potter. I'm sorry, baby, but maybe subconsciously that's why I don't like Harry Potter. You killed Disney animation! But, alright. Let's see, man.
Yeah, I lost the YouTube. I lost Skype window. Because the chat's open, I guess. Here, there you are.
There I am. Okay. Okay, so we are starting with Raven.
Wait, hold on. I gotta do the other one. I'm gonna do the other one because we have to do them at the same time.
Oh, very well.
So give me just another minute, and then it's okay.
Okay, so sorry about that, folks. Looks like we are going to be slightly more delayed here.
I promised chaos. I always deliver.
And and it appears that the Lion King has taken over a bit of the conversation here, and I cannot partake because I must save it for when and if I actually review it. Daniel Radcliffe should play Bambi. Ugh. No. No, he should not. Adorable Nurse is a man of my word. Ooh. Did the Joker see himself as an adorable nurse when he was getting all dressed up? Okay, so I need a disguise in order to slip into Gotham General Hospital so I can get Harvey Dent. I can be a doctor, or maybe I could be an adorable little nurse. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. Does this dress make my thighs look big? Let's see what else is going on in chat.
I promise I wrote this word down, not knowing where it would land in the story.
And you can't give us a hint, can you?
Nope.
Tom Holland is playing Milo in the Atlantis remake. Of course he is. That's all he can do. Simon Pegg is Prince John. Okay, you know what? I can kind of sort of see that. Of course, there can never fully be a proper replacement for Peter Ustinov. Oh man, can you imagine if Scar was like that? Always looking up to his big brother, the king. Mother always did like Mufasa best. So weird. Bambi is an American species of deer, though. A British accent wouldn't feel right. Of course it wouldn't. So of course you know he's going to be cast for it. Or try to make Daniel Radcliffe have a really awkward American accent. Remake Pocahontas with Jack Black as Radcliffe. Oh, what a disaster that would be. Gay Boy asks, Bobsheaux, is it true you can sing any Weekend song and sound almost exactly like him? Doubtful, because I don't know who Any Weekend is.
Weekend is a singer, and Bobsheaux doesn't sound anything like The Weekend.
Sorry.
Sorry. Okay. Here's the I will wait to send you the second one until we are done with the first one.
That is a good idea.
Okay.
Now.
So I need to recopy this back into a document so I don't have to look at Skype. Technical difficulties, we're getting them ironed out.
No, we got the technical difficulties on my end all ironed out. We're doing great here.
Okay, we're ready.
Alright, we are beginning with Raven.
This is our Mad Libs love story.
Let's see how mad this gets.
When we first met, you looked rotten and ridiculous. I couldn't believe my nostrils.
You smelled like lasagna and walked as graceful as a dragon. I couldn't wait to dance to you.
I swiftly asked you if I could have your tornado. I could see a look of blue in your eyes. You hesitated for a moment and then gave me a kitten.
I finally got to take you on our first date. I loved spending time with you. You could make me sneeze so easily, like no one had before. When you touched me, I felt wolves up my butt. When you looked at me, I could see trampoline. I knew we were meant to be together.
Rope it in, baby. Rope it in.
Wolves up your butt. You know,
Not
for
so.
some, that's a dream come true.
Oh, hi, Waria. Oh, he's not gonna watch this. Not so hard, you mean
You
thing.
know you're very important to him. After a stupid night, I was so fighting to bring you home. I longed to choke you again.
Oh my goodness.
You looked at me and said, Ermagerd! And I just knew. You partied me, and I smoked you forever.
Oh my goodness.
Nobody else could stretch me like I do, like you do.
Mwah! Good night, everybody. I need to figure
I had
out.
to glance at the chat. I had to take a glance at the chat.
And peace, a Super DC fan.
Okay. And now we're gonna do it again.
And yes, Grace Starks, I need to figure out how to bring a must be a Bobsheaux da-da, onto the screen at a moment's notice.
We definitely needed some.
Yes.
Alright, now. Oh, wait a minute. Does that have the roles reversed? Did I do that wrong?
Uh-oh.
That's okay. I can fix it if I did it wrong. If I can get back to it.
Please no, please no, please no, please
Yes.
no. She got it?
I just have to change the names. That's okay.
Go.
It's quick. Except I can't spell. You were R and some symbols. I didn't have my hands on the keyboard in the right place.
Must be a romantic Bobsheaux. Yes, exactly, British chick. This is so romantic. Me with wolves up my butt.
Alright, here we go.
But stretching Raven.
Different set of words. There you go. So this time we can start with you.
Yes, here we go. I must read from this angle, so it looks like I'm reading to my lady love.
Oh yes, I can do that too. Now that
Yes.
I know which way to turn.
Yes, now that you're looking towards your right here. When we first met, you looked slurpy and musky. I couldn't believe my gallbladder.
You smelled like France.
Hey!
They don't bathe much. I have no idea. I think French people bathe just as much as everybody else.
You racist bastard!
They smell like arrogance.
We are not arrogant, we are just right!
Alright, anyway.
We are snooty!
You smelled like France, and you walked as gracefully as a donkey. I couldn't wait to cut you.
I don't know what's worse, you wanted to cut me or me being turned on by that. Goodbye! Click!
I wanted to choke you in the other one.
Yes, you did.
Over and over again or something like that.
I awfully asked you if I could have your wizard. I could see a look of arousal in your eyes. That fitted nicely, didn't it?
That's the word that I said, I promise you. I did not know where it landed in the story. It was perfect.
It
That
was.
the one thing that made sense.
You hesitated for a moment, then gave me an iguanodon.
I finally got to take you out on our first date. I love spending time with you. You could make me smash so easily.
Hello!
When you touched me, I felt Barbie dolls up my heel.
Okay.
I knew we were meant to be together.
After a soulful night, I was so trusting to bring you home. I longed to trust you again.
I must have gotten that confused, but anyway, we'll go on with that.
That's fine. You looked at me and said, "Exquisite!" And I just knew. You felt me, and I dropped you forever. Nobody else could flex me like you do.
Then why'd you drop me, baby?
Because you flexed me so hard it hurt! Come on! And that's it! Good night, everybody! We'll be here all week. Oh, that was wonderfully awful.
I thought he loved me, but he dropped me. Forever.
Oh, mon chéri, I shall love you until the end of eternity. Which, as it appears, is right now. Clunk. Settle it with smash. Good idea.
Smashed like so easily.
I made you smash like no one else before.
You were stretching me in the one before.
Oh, yes.
What was the last one?
You flexed me. Ugh. Easy, you don't have to flex quite so hard there.
Oh. And that is a horrible way to end the evening.
I don't know, it sounds pretty good to me.
Oh. Yes, Anthony, actually I do, which is one of the reasons that I'm saying goodnight.
Yes!
Theropod, oh my goodness, I'm showing that.
What?
Theropod hunters has smashed me like one of your French girls.
Oh.
God.
What?
Oh, wow.
What? Whoa!
Elisa M.
Goodness! Big fan. I've always thought your videos were funny. Have you ever thought about doing reviews on funny, weird books? I've seen weird titles. It would be funny to see how you react to the titles. If you have some copies of books with weird titles that you'd like to send me so I can take a look at them, you can send it into my P.O. Box. You can check those out on any... Yeah, but this is why I need, like, live title controls here, so I can just bring up my P.O. Box at any time, too. Yeah, let's see. But yeah, if you want to send me anything like that, that'd be great. I would love to react to some awkward titles.
I have a worry.
What's that?
I don't know that she intended to tip you $50 because it says $49.99, which I'm thinking was supposed to be $4.99. If that is the case, please get in touch with us, and he will refund all but $4.99 of that. We appreciate it if that's what you meant to do, but especially around this time with all that's going on, if that was a mistake, we will make it right. As soon as he has the money, he will send it back to you.
Yeah. Well, I've got the money now. Yes, if that was a mistake, then just go ahead and say so, and I'll go ahead.
Get in touch with us.
Yes.
We appreciate the sponsor post. And,
very much so.
And still, please do send us any of the books that you were talking about, and we'll definitely take a look at them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if not everybody can afford $50 on, which is entertainment, maybe you can, and I'm not saying you can't. I just want you to know that if that was not intentional, let us know, and you don't have to work. And
I'm sure Gray Starks wants this little bit of entertainment for free.
There was a little stream that flowed into the river, and the river flowed and flowed into a giant lake.
Oh my God! Thank you, Elisa.
What?
Please let us do something for you before we go. She just tipped you another $49.99 to tell you it wasn't a mistake.
Oh my goodness!
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. They are R-rated. I would say I've watched your channel for a long time. I meant it. I am very happy to do this. Here's another, not a mistake. Yes, thank you so much again. But yeah, okay, so they're R-rated. Okay, I will react to them in as family-friendly a way as possible. Raven, I'm going to need you to give me a family-approved.
Family approved.
And that's why I love her. And she just smacked me with a family-approved sticker. Thank you.
Family approved.
I'm sorry. We're still getting some suggestions on what a live-action Disney movie should be. And who said that? Teague Brahman said Peter Dinklage as the Seven Dwarfs. Just digitally clone him a whole bunch of times, like Deep Roy's Oompa Loompas. That'd be great. He's good enough. He could play all 7 roles, I'm sure.
Oh my goodness.
But we must let my lady go because she has to use the facilities, and it is getting late, so we gotta wrap this up.
No, I mean, I'll come back if Elisa was. I'm sorry, I forgot her name. Elisa Wolf.
Yes.
If she has a request of some sort or something, so that we can do.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We can't just let that lie.
Yeah, $100 tip. We should do something.
Oh my goodness, really?
Do you have anything short you could read where she could choose a couple of voices?
Oh, she says, I'm planning to make a comic, and I've been working on a story for 10 years, and I've been trying to find voice actors, so hope you have Discord, and you can help me with some voice acting. It would be a great honor. Well, see, here's the thing. I'm not really known for doing voices, so I hate to let you down, but sure. That'd be great.
Yeah, hit us up. I'm interested.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be awesome.
Grace is gathering all sorts of things to send to me, and I will try to open it in a timely fashion.
He has done some unboxings recently.
I gotta finish editing them. They do require some editing in there.
He couldn't stick it on the end of Descendants 3 because it would have been a 3-hour review.
Oh my god, how did Descendants 3 end up being longer than Transformers?
Apparently he's more invested in Descendants than he wanted to let on.
And it was a shorter movie! How do you cram that much more garbage into a shorter film? Disney! Come on!
The first video of the new theme month, which is starting on the next review, will indeed
Go
have
back to
an
unboxing.
attached to it.
Yes. Yes.
Very important unboxing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Quite. So keep your eyes peeled for that.
might have something might be connected to the review.
Colin says, I got some movies that really scream your name as soon as I saw them. You might get them on your birthday. Oh, might I? I'm gonna have to keep my eyes peeled on my P.O. box there. And Tom Jackson is apparently rotten to the core. Thank you.
Oh yes.
I'm rotten to the core. I just want to be good.
We got all the ways to be WICKED.
Perfectly fine music. Just-
What's my name? What's my... See, all are really catchy songs.
Just useless.
Just
Meaningless.
so extraneous.
Evie singing about her apprehension about whether or not she's actually in love with Doug. That's a good subject for a song. It's a very difficult issue to grapple with, especially if you haven't crossed that line yet. Neither of them have dropped the L-bomb, despite their obviously being enamored with each other. But you don't do that while you're molesting him in his sleep. Lips, Evie, lips.
Even if you hated the movie but liked the music, which was where I came out on it.
Me too.
Look up the mashup they did. Look up the mashup they did
Yes.
of What's My Name and Queen of Mean. And I was thinking, I don't like that. Ruin What's My Name. I'm not going to like that. I watched that video and listened to that song, and it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I was really impressed with how well they went together.
Oh my god. Audrey is pissed off at Mal for taking her man, taking her place as queen. Uma is pissed off at Mal for just being everything awesome in the world while leaving her a fish and chip shop. Why didn't they combine forces? Come on!
Elsa, it says one of the books' names is Taken by the T-Rex, a dinosaur erotica story bundle.
Okay.
And the easiest way to connect is probably to send emails.
Yes. Yes.
Bobsheaux@gmail.com. Make sure you spell it right. And as long as you are over the age of consent, 18, adulthood rather, not consent, over the age of adulthood, then you can send me an email to ravenfoxaudio@gmail.com.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But
Which I am terrible at checking my email, but that's the best way to get it done.
But yes, you were asking for the reaction to the titles of these books. Taken by the T-Rex, a dinosaur erotica story bundle. Here's a reaction for free.
Here's my reaction. Not the weirdest thing I've heard.
I was going to say, because on the whole, that's pretty damn harmless, isn't it? Oh,
I'd have to read it to know for sure.
I have been privy to some of the requests that my lady has been given. Awkward, to say the least. But, if I may splurge about your towns for a moment.
If you may what?
If I may compliment your skills.
Be careful. Try to keep it.
I'm being careful. I keep getting approved. Oftentimes, she will get a request for something that she is just not into, and her reaction needs to be real, or else you'll know it, you'll hear it, and it's not going to work.
I think maybe this is a bit much for this family-friendly stream.
I'm keeping it vague. I'm keeping it vague. The little ones aren't going to know what I'm talking about here.
We're going to have a talk later, dear. Not telling tales out of school.
Should I stop?
Yeah.
So I should stop. She's good, that's all I'll say.
Where there's a will, there's a way. The end.
There you go. I love you.
I have also gotten requests for things that I didn't know I was into.
She didn't say I love you too. No.
I kind of do.
You kind of love me.
Maybe a little.
Maybe a little. I'll take it. But yes.
But anyway, so we do need to. head on
as you
out
were
there.
saying.
You should look at the guy's weird whole listing of books he made. The one that did the dinosaur erotica. I'm curious. I probably will check it out.
Yes, and it's here. We have it, so now we know what to look for.
But we have been on the stream for 3 hours.
Yes, we have been.
And I have to pee. And I'm hungry.
So we must wrap it up.
I'm stoned, therefore the munchies are real.
Hooray for munchies!
And this mask, if I don't get this mask off my face, I'm gonna destroy it.
I'm sorry, baby. Yes, it is time for us to wrap things up, boys and girls. Thank you so much for joining us today. And shall we try again for next week?
I think we gotta iron out some, leave comments leave comments below when the live stream comes out on Saturday.
Yes, while we were working out
on demand.
While we were working out logistical issues.
Yes.
From a technical standpoint, this was good.
That you might have to make this go smoother, lay them on us. We're willing to listen. We're willing to look into doing things a little bit differently because this was the first time we didn't know how it was going to go.
Yes, although seeing my lady on camera, that was a lot of fun. And
you see me on camera all the time.
Well, yes, but now I get to share with everybody what I see every day.
Me over here cringing so hard that my mask comes off?
Absolutely.
He works hard for that, too.
I love you.
Alright, I'm gonna go now.
No, goodbye kiss.
Yep. Bye. Oh. Bye.
Thank you. And bye, everybody.